King of things.
Working.
Shout out to my boy Manny, first one at the lunch table. You do be eating it. You be cooking too, though. What's crazy, Manny, I was thinking, like, when we do the lunch table live, you know what I mean? I should have you cater it. Almost make like a brunch, like a cater style brunch. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be cool to kind of let everybody get their stuff. I don't know. It might be cool to let everybody get their food, you know what I'm saying, and eat while you just kind of going over the conversation like in a brunch style. That'd be a dope lunch table. I mean, I know I'll be eating, so I don't know how effective I'm going to be talking and eating, but it might be cool. And you have like a long table for everybody to eat at. They can go get their own food. I thought that'd be fire. What up, Fats? No, cuz, what's the deal? Then they got a new thing where you can show the comments on the stage.
What you mean on the stage?
That's unique. My boy Don Dub. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Pacific Standard Time, right here on Digital Soapbox. Click that thumbs up, man. Let everybody know you in the house. Thumbs up. If you're on Facebook, share this post. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. Just dropped a dope episode, Conversations on the First Room, on the first rule, so y'all can understand how we came up with this rule about never holding women accountable. You can listen to all that game, you know, on the No Ceilings podcast, on iHeart Podcast, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. Yeah, Pete was getting off, no cuz. What's the deal? Revenge, chicken and waffles. I don't know. We'll let Manny put together something creative. You know what I'm saying?
That's what somebody wants.
Make sure y'all follow Meals by Manny. My homie really get cracking. I mean, my homie came to my house. We was watching boxing, and he just used salt and pepper and made me a steak, and it changed how I start cooking from there on out. Like, that's the type of chef Manny is. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be dope. But Lex, I'm having this conversation for you. You know, shout out to my boy Lex Diamonds. Said this gonna be a dope discussion, and it is, because I think people hear me, you feel me, and they don't get what I be saying. And people who really know me, they know I'm not trolling, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I get it from the outside looking in. There's a lot of ignorant ideas, you know what I'm saying, about what everything is about. And I'm just gonna give a little bit more nuance to what I mean when I say that, so people don't think I'm trolling. Shout out to Marcus Mitchell. Yo, Glass is curious. Did Lil Richard ever school you on the music business? I never got a chance to meet him. I really don't know that side of the family. You know what I'm saying? I'm just starting to meet people from that side of my family. I mean, I didn't really grow up with nobody from that side of my family. So I'm just starting to kind of realize all of that stuff. But I guess it's cool. Like, Lil Richard is my grandfather's brother, biologically. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought this would be a good time to have this conversation. I thought this would be a great time to have this convo. Am I going to Kendrick and SZA's concert? I don't think so. I wanted to go, but I ain't really been in a great space. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. You know, obviously I can go celebrate my homeboy, but yeah, Lil Richard is my grandfather's brother. You know what I mean? They for a brother. Yeah, I know. His name is Lil Richard Penniman, like my name. But I don't know. I'm gonna see how I feel. We'll see. I ain't really been in the mood. Yesterday really irritated my fucking soul.
What happened yesterday?
Man. So the hardest part about preaching this street urban culture shit to people is them to truly understand what culture is about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a confusion. everybody's trying to find identity in a movement.
Mm-hmm.
But then people are trying to find identity, period.
Okay.
They're not trying to find it within the confines of the movement. They'll use the movement for themselves, you know what I mean, as just a tool for themselves. And that means you'll usually sell out the movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I called all of my homeboys and all of my peoples in my circle, and I let them know what I was paying attention to. It's like, hey, man, they're really kind of marking this battle specifically a certain way. You know what I mean? Be careful with how you participate because they're going to use you as the fuel to make their point and market themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want none of us to be used as marketing tools for other people's agendas, at least not without us knowing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people was really that receptive of it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think people, but again, a lot of people been kind of giving me pushback on culture, period. And you know what I mean? It come with the territory, but every now and then, you know what I mean? It kind of really pisses me off because it's like, if you know me, you know everything about me is pure. Like I ain't trying to really get over on nobody. That ain't my style. And I'd rather do everything for anybody. But this is a good segue into the conversation. And Lex always asks me, you know what I mean, when we on Clubhouse, he's asked me multiple times, like, how can you be Crippin and pro-black? So it's interesting, right? I grew up in Compton and Watts my whole life. My mom and my dad broke up when I was a little kid. My dad got married again. My mom got married. My mom had her house in Compton. My dad had her house in Watts. Now, I grew up in pretty much the two worst ghettos for black people, you know, at that time in Southern California. You know what I mean? Those are the two worst ghettos, you know, at least from the news perspective, right? I didn't grow up without stuff. Even though I grew up in the ghetto, I didn't grow up without stuff. My parents wasn't on drugs. You know what I'm saying? That like they were pretty attentive to their kids. My mom was a registered nurse. She went out and did whatever she could. That's what got her put in prison when I was young. I mean, to make sure we had a quality life. My dad and my stepmom, you know what I mean? They did their thing. They was there. But I used to have a mentality, that I couldn't see that we weren't all the same. All brothers were the same. Like I used to think we were all the same.
Okay.
Like, because we all grew up in Compton, we all grew up in Watts. I thought we were all the same. You know, from outside looking in, like, right? You know, I thought everybody, moms was this and that. I thought everybody's, you know.
So you thought everybody's mom worked hard and did all that?
Yes. Or everybody, you know, went through the same thing. Like, you know, you're an ignorant kid. You don't, you know, even by the time I got into the age of selling dope, I wasn't quite sure of how different my life was than a lot of my counterparts. Don't get me wrong. Some of my homies had the same exact situation. They had the same exact situation. But specifically, I didn't realize it was a huge difference of what was happening. I could see a situation in myself where I made it in life because, again, I don't think people know this. I had a 4.5 GPA in school. I got a 1320 on my SATs. I wasn't like, my mom wouldn't even let me go to the schools in the area because they didn't have AP classes. She would rather like get up early, you know, get me 20 miles or 15 miles from where I live just to make sure I had advanced placement classes to cater to my intellect at that time. And, you know, that type of sacrifice is something that you don't even trip off of when you're growing up. You know what I'm saying? But I thought everybody had the same. And even though I knew all the same people I knew that was from the gang, I didn't have this really deep bond with them the same way. We were just little kids and friends. We were just kids and friends. I could see a situation where I get into a Zuzu Pacific, I become a pharmacist, and I'll be the nigga speaking down on black people. I could see me being that person.
If you would have went that route.
or if that route would have kept happening that way.
Mhm.
I could see me saying to people, you feel me? Oh man, I could see me saying to people, oh man, that person could have made it. We live next door to each other.
Mhm.
We live next door to each other. I could see me saying that as a successful pharmacist with my own little pharmacist somewhere in Lakewood or Cerritos, and I'm driving to my house and driving back to my pharmacy, and every day, and I'm looking on the news. Look at them brothers acting like that. You know, them niggas is choosing to be raggedy. I could see me doing that if I didn't become a Crip. I swear to God, I could see me doing that. I listen to people do it now. I watch people do it all day on Twitter where they try to judge other black people thinking because they know what's up.
Can I ask you a really important question? Okay, because you said go that direction, but a Crip. Now, how old was you when you became a Crip, and how old was you when you gave up the idea of a pharmacist?
So you grew up your whole life, obviously, culturally into that neighborhood.
Yeah.
I got put on at 15.
Okay. So you still have ideals of being a pharmacist?
Sure. I never had changed my mind on being a pharmacy till it was time to, when I graduated high school and it was time to go to Azusa Pacific. I got accepted, but I didn't have the money. My mom went to prison at this time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad and my stepmom, like I also was a kind of a kid. I didn't know how to ask. They didn't have enough money to put me through college. I didn't know enough about loans or, you know, if my mom would have been home, she would have probably went and busted a lick to pay for it.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? She would have went and busted a lick to pay for it.
But you was a Crip the whole time through high school and everything else.
Yeah, by my sophomore year, I was already selling dope. I was already from the set. I was already then got put on. I'm already going to school with homeboys and homegirls. We all going to the same school, like 5, 6 of us. You feel me? And I'm already from the set.
But you wanted to be a pharmacist, though. It wasn't like I want to run the streets. No, I wanted to be a pharmacist.
No, my mom raised me for the most part. We knew that was my goal, being a pharmacist. We knew that was my path. Like I was good at chemistry. I was good at math. We knew that. But when my mom got in trouble, you know, my dad did his best. You know, they got 8 or 9 kids in the house. I mean, my dad and my step. My mom was kind of like really my structure of like, you know, not necessarily about being bad because I was doing some stupid stuff even when when she was out. We were stealing cars, just being raggedy kids. But, I didn't really give up on being a pharmacist. I didn't never give up on it. The problem was I started making $1,500 a week.
So being a kid wasn't what stopped you from going to school?
No.
Okay.
No.
You can hear me?
Well, you know, being a Crip, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Hear me?
That stops you from doing everything.
Yeah, we can hear you, Trap.
All right, cool.
What's
good, y'all?
Hey, Trap.
What up?
No, we got to this crazy segue of how we got to this conversation of like culture. So I was saying how Lex always give me shit because I explained to him how Crippin saved my soul. He always make a joke. And I was finally kind of explaining it in detail. Yeah, Revenge Trap was going off this morning. It's funny. That's a whole nother
Revenge was in there. Revenge was in there. He was in the chat.
Yeah, I seen Revenge in there. But I get it. You know what I mean? That's another story. We'll cut to that story too, like real fast. I just don't want to lose track of where I'm at, but we're gonna definitely talk about that right now too. Shout out to the homie me song Fire. So
on fire.
So long story short, like I didn't realize that I wasn't going to college until I graduated and I'm about a year out. Like at first I still had goals of going to college, but I was hustling already. But when I got my hands on Sherm and I was making $1,000 in a couple days. Remember pharmacists at this time, that was a $60,000 a year gig. So that's how I saw it, you know. And again, I'm not thinking about prison, future. I didn't know what I thought at that time. I just realized I could sit out here and I'm on a curve and I could make $300 profit every day. You know what I'm saying? That was like, I was like, okay, I could take care of myself with this. You know what I mean? But again, you ignorant, you a kid, you ain't thinking about jail. You're not thinking about none of that. So for me, it didn't happen till a year later. My mind couldn't really compute. Like I wasn't gonna be able to sell Sherm forever.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna sell this shit forever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even have no other goals outside that. Or maybe I didn't even think about what was gonna be after this.
So that's when you kind of lost the thought of going to school.
This is
and
where
being
you
a
be in an
pharmacist.
immature mind. I graduated at 17, 18. I mean, this is where my mom would have been like, nigga, you sound crazy. And by the time she came home and trying to press a line, it was like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing my thing. So that's why I lost track of that. But all the same people that I knew, it was only so many people that was going to let me in their life like as an outsider. Now, not as an outsider, because again, my homies is my homeboys, but it's a certain way you bond with people as when you from a gang.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You bond with them differently. They trust you with more information. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's on purpose, but it's true. And, you know, the more I learned about Lil J's story, the more I learned about Moto's story and certain homies' story, I realized we didn't get the same start.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't get the same start. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get the same start. Psycho Mom was on dope. Like Sue was on drugs. You know, this is my big homie that raised me, sister, his older sister was on drugs. Bad. So, you know, she had been on drugs damn near his whole life. Mm-hmm. So his whole structure was different. And when I watch people talk shit about black people, it's almost like they don't know these people. You know what I mean? They don't get how that could happen to somebody if that's their case with their mom. It's always like, well, we had the same thing, or we did the same thing, or we got like rap niggas' favorite thing is we got the same 24. No, we don't. No, we fucking don't. Our 24s look different. My 24 look different than a lot of people's 24. We don't got the same 24. Don't get me wrong. We all got 24, but it ain't the same 24. You know what I'm saying? And I realized through all of this how much of a burden culture is. Like, I understood hip hop was the burden of street urban culture, artistically expressed.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you it's a burden, it's a burden. Like, I listened to an artist that Trap produced for. Tough kid from Houston. His name is Miko. Miquo. Check him out. He just dropped a really dope song. He's on Twitter and he's talking to. He's complaining about what's the word? He's complaining about nepotism. He's complaining about nepotism. Right? He's complaining about nepotism. Happy birthday, Queen Lady. Queen.
Happy birthday, Queen.
He's complaining about nepotism. And under his post, J1, which is Jadakiss, you know, one of the greatest legends in the history of hip hop, his son, you know, who was engaged in this really kind of Royal Rumble-ish style, weird battle that's happening in hip hop. You know, a bunch of people talking shit about each other that barely know each other. You know what I'm saying? It's happening and he's participating. But Miko says to him, hey man, like, you know, not to him, Miko tweets, and I'm not really a fan of nepotism. J1, you know, Jadakiss' son gets under his post, you feel me? It was like, you can't, something to the equivalent of like, you can't blame me because your dad, your mom,
because your mother didn't choose the right
future.
Yeah.
So they kind of had a back and forth, and Miko kind of pressed, and J1 stood on the square. Well, Miko woke up. You know, Miko didn't like that. He was like, oh, you think you better than me because your father is a legend. Well, let's compete. So he puts together a record with the limited information and says, this is what I'm presenting. This is how I feel. Record comes out this morning. Really great record. Make sure y'all check it out.
What's the name of it?
What's the name of the song, Trap?
I gotta find out the name of it is though. But I'm gonna send it over to you though. No, because we ain't put on DSP. It'll be on DSP probably by the end of the night though. So I don't think he named it really yet. Though. He just dropped it.
It's on YouTube, but I'll send it to you.
It's on YouTube,
Yeah, I
Put
want to see what you're talking
put
about.
it in the comments, Trap.
I'm gonna put it in the comments right now.
YouTube link.
Trap look like he
All
ain't
right,
paid
now.
his heat.
No,
What you
it's
say?
So you look like you ain't paid your heat.
Nah. I'm good. It ain't even cold up here. I'm just cooling right now. My hoodie. Oh, it's called Victor Sweet. It's called Victor Sweet. That's what it's called.
Victor Sweet.
Not the belt, man.
Victor Sweet. Yeah. All
Right. So long story short, so he puts out a diss. So this morning I wake up, right? I'm getting myself together, whatever, get myself, brush my teeth, getting ready to get up, check my phone, make sure everybody's straight. And it's just chaos. A phone ring. And it's like my group chat with Trap, right? It's our whole little group chat. And they arguing. And I'm like, what's going on? And they like, oh man, his son, Jadakiss's son, J1, is on Clubhouse. And they're arguing with Miko. Right. And it's like, okay, then what they arguing about? Okay, so I go listen. And when I'm listening to everybody talk, which is funny because this whole conversation ties into that, they're talking about why this person shouldn't compete. Why shouldn't J1 compete? Right? You know, hip hop, people keep using this really weird thing. Hip hop is a sport. And I get it. That's the normal expression. But the more I get why LL Cool J is right. It's not a sport. It's completely different. There are competitive natures, but it's not a sport. It's an art. It's different. But because everybody says it's a sport, they talk about it like it's one-on-one basketball. And that's cool. Whatever. And I'm listening to people put value on other people based off of not what they accomplished, not what they did in music, not nothing. But, oh, this person is higher up than this person. Even everything going on right now with Joey Badass and Kendrick is like
Trap.
Yo.
Y'all winning.
I mean, I try to tell y'all. Man.
He's putting belt ass right now. I'm not going.
I try to tell y'all, man, but they ain't want to listen. You know what I mean?
Again, even in that conversation, it's like,
but you see how West Coast dudes do though? I'm showing you love.
He want to skip. He been doing it since yesterday. He been skipping over this shit since yesterday. He been skipping over this shit since yesterday.
I'm just unimpressed because it's like it's a cowardice act. You're not fighting against anybody that could fight. You're fighting against a bunch of people that you shouldn't be fighting against.
These the soldiers y'all sent.
We didn't send anybody. If this was a concerted effort, you know how we get when it's a concerted effort. But that's the narrative that's being framed. Right. And this is all a great point, right? Because it goes into this conversation about who's higher, who's lower. So one thing I can say about Dot, we don't see the game like that. You know, I can say this for him and I can speak freely, and I know you won't contest this. We don't see the game who's more popular, who's less popular. If you say something to me, I'm going to fight you the day I'm ready. I'm not going to forget what you said. I'm going to size it up and get ready. That's it. So it's not like what Joey's saying. People keep talking about, oh, Kendrick is in a stadium. None of that shit matters. Not to us. What the fuck what you think? I'm going to get at you. I'm going to get at you on my own terms. I'm not going to let you dictate how it happens. But you got it coming. But I was listening to them talk about this, this kid from Houston, Miko. Oh, he's not on this level. Or, and I'm like, bro, just because you're somebody's son don't make you any different in this artistic merit. Now, they had a million reasons why this battle shouldn't have happened between these brothers in the culture. Mm-hmm. The simple answer could have been, I don't know him. I don't know what to write. Mm-hmm. And I would have respected, because when they said that, I thought to myself, like, I told Trap that. That's why I'm not looking at this battle or this Royal Rumble, for the lack of term. I'm not looking at it because these people don't know each other. So I'm not finna be listening to a bunch of people playing with words about what they researched about the next person on the internet. I don't like my hip hop like that. Shout out to everybody who do. But I don't watch baddies. I watch boxing. To me, this is like the baddies. Like this thing that they call in the battle, the East Coast versus the West Coast, Joey versus the West Coast. This shit is baddies. This shit ain't real. This is all scripted, start fight, fake clown shit. I'm not fucking with this. I'm not mad at anybody because I'm not saying people like baddies. Look, if you in the baddies, do your thing. I'm not tripping. I don't fuck with it. I'd rather watch boxing. Like I'd rather watch two people that know what they doing.
I don't know.
Wow, coach.
Got a lot of baddie-ish. Baddie in boxing too.
Nah, it's different because they're both well-trained fighters coming in the ring to fight each other, and they prepare for it.
You don't think some of these lyricists are well-trained lyricists?
No, because that's not what.
You don't think Joey Badass is?
Yeah,
I think Joey is beyond. You know what I mean? He's more than capable. But again, it started off as okay. Even when you revisit this conversation in the battle, right? It starts with Kendrick getting love for winning the probably the greatest rap battle and the biggest rap battle of all time. Joey comes back in January and says, y'all showing the West Coast too much love, for a lack of better term, because he said too much West Coast dick licking. And then the media is like, well, you getting too much popularity. I want some of that. I'll compete with you.
I don't know why you keep taking it like that, B. It's him telling.
Okay, did he not say at the end of the song, I'll be here waiting if you want to really spar?
Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with what he was telling. Hold on. That don't have nothing to do with what he was telling. He was talking to his East Coast brothers. Too much. Y'all worrying about what's going on over there too much. Let's worry about what the fuck going on over here. Let's do what we supposed to be doing. Stop worrying about what's going on over there. Let them do their thing. Congratulations on what they did. The man beat Drake and all that shit. He did his thing. But now let's worry about what we supposed to be doing over here. They got their shit together. Let's get our shit together. That's all he was saying. That's all he was saying. Wasn't no hate involved on that at all.
A little haterish.
Okay. All right. I mean, I just translated it for you in a New York term just now. I gave you the translation of what he meant.
But it's like saying in New York when y'all say suck my dick, it don't actually mean suck my dick.
It don't.
It's still a disrespectful thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wow.
It's still a disrespectful thing to say. So, like, if you tell somebody, yes, I think when my homies from New York tell another nigga suck my penis, I don't think legitly they mean bend down and put your penis in my mouth. I think they're trying to insult someone and trying to demean them. So again, if you say too much West Coast dick licking, it's a disrespectful and demeaning thing to say.
So when you tell somebody, so maybe also would tell somebody, get off his dick, man, like that.
That's a very demeaning thing to say to somebody.
But who? The person that you telling the other person get off of it? Who is it to?
Get off my dick.
His mic. Is his mic on? Is Coach mic on? Because it's like somebody else's mic picking it up.
That's Coach. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good now. Yeah, you good now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when you say get off somebody's dick, to me that goes in the hater handbook. I was like, if you say get off somebody's dick, to me you a hater right off the back. As soon as you say get off his dick, why?
Well, who are you? But who are you referring it to? You're not referring to the person that you're saying get off. Get off his dick like that. You're not. There's no disrespect towards that person. You're telling that person right there.
Yes,
get off his dick.
You say it again, if you say it to me while I am there.
No. It's towards you. All right, look.
I'm saying it, even if you're talking to King and I'm there.
And I'm talking about him getting off of you like that.
Yes.
I'm saying like that though. It has
be
nothing
like,
to do with
get
you.
off his dick. Don't say that while I'm there.
Don't say it to me either.
Do with you. No. It's directed towards King. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
No.
Yeah, but that's disrespectful to me. Hey,
no. It definitely. And that's what I'm saying.
Trap.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The disrespect was pointed towards New York.
But Trap
was the West.
Hey, if King do something good, and I see somebody talking good about King, like, oh, King really did something dope. I'm not gonna go over to King, that dude, and be like, get off of King dick. Like,
it's weird.
It's haterish. Like because
like imagine the Knicks win the championship, and then on July 9th, I'm like, man, get off they dick. That's hating.
You're probably gonna do that. Though.
No, that's called hating.
They're probably gonna do that when it happens.
I'm gonna be the maddest person in this room.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
But he's telling you why he's hating because it's gonna cost him
Yeah, it's gonna cost me
a lot of lunches.
money.
A lot of burritos.
It's gonna
A
cost
lot of
lunches and
burritos.
dinners.
too much lunches.
A lot of burritos.
This
You
nigga.
getting a surf and turf burrito and all that? Surf and turf?
Man, big dog, $22.
Man.
We getting one a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that seven? That's seven?
Right
Seven?
now we at 2.
Yeah, I hate the nigga right now.
I know you do.
Like,
Gang
I'm
all
over
the night
lunch and
too.
twist his ankle.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Again, though, it's not about. I understand what Joey's point is. He's telling New York, y'all showing too much love instead of working on yourself. That
Okay,
still
let me
don't
understand
change
it,
that it's
though.
a
Okay.
hater term to say you're showing somebody else too much love.
Especially the choice of words he used.
See, me myself, I'm not a hater within no way, so I can never like.
Come on, man. Come on, Trap. You
I
showed
can't
that
actually
last.
sit here.
Trap,
You showed that Monday, Trap, how
Trap,
much you hated.
Trap,
I'm
you
not
might not
no
be a
hater.
hater, but you
I'm not a
definitely
hater.
co-sign hating.
Yeah.
You're a co-signer of
If
hating.
it's my brother hating, then I'm gonna be like, I might see a little. All right, you know what? That's you doing it. I'm not doing it. I can't do it.
People
That
text
shirt
me.
don't fit me.
It said Trap was hating big time on the West
Oh
Coast.
God. Oh God.
He definitely co-signing hating. Though. If he not the hater, he definitely co-signing the hate. Co-signing the hate. For sure.
So
Open
again,
the
it's
door
like,
for the dog real quick.
it's like, I get it. I'm not saying Trap is wrong. I understand the intention, right? He's saying, hey, y'all are showing too much love for the West Coast when we need to focus on ourselves. That's still hating. Even though it could be an accurate expression like, hey, New York needs to work on itself. But the fact that you're saying they're showing too much love to the West Coast, specifically one person, but you said the West Coast, right? You didn't even say too much Kendrick dick licking. You said the West Coast, and that's fine, right? So that was his response to winning a really great battle, right? So then Rayvon jumps out the window and says, "How you mad?" Right? This is 5 months ago. Rayvon says, "How are you mad that they showing love to the West? Like, what's wrong with showing love to the West?"
So was Rayvon the first guy to respond to Joey?
Daylight and
I think
Rayvon.
so. I think it was
Daylight
Ray
Rayvon.
Vaughn first, then Daylight picked the ball up.
Daylight should have left it alone.
Well, I'm just saying they were the first two to stand up and say, "Hey, man, what's wrong with us getting love?"
But I do think Daylight probably. I feel like he soiled himself with some of his previous discretions. He probably should just laugh it alone.
He saw it himself.
Yeah,
But-
he's a weirdo.
My point is this, right? Even getting into it, right? Okay, they said that, and then they kept going. So the whole premise, right, of everything happening is really driven off somebody hating on somebody else, right? So even now, we're in this really weird kind of Royal Rumble-ish baddie bad girl type of hip hop scenario where a bunch of people talking shit to each other. I guess they're trying to be mean, yet at the same time talking about it's friendly. I don't quite know, because if I call your mama a bitch, it's nothing friendly about it. If I call you a bitch, it's nothing.
Do you feel like if we had the same stuff at our finger, like the internet and all that kind of stuff in the 80s, in the 90s, early 90s, do you think it would be kind of the same way?
No,
Yeah.
because we understood when you say something, you mean it. Like hip hop is never the space where you just say what you want to say and don't mean.
So
what
you
say.
don't think that hip hop always been a little competitive? Like always been
I think people
competitive?
compete in hip hop, but I don't think there's one way to compete. I think they've always competed, but it was never like playing. And that's what they're trying to kind of create an element.
So
of
to you, they coming across like frenemies. Like they coming across like we're saying mean stuff to, but it's competition. It's all. So you think back in the day when they said something, they had to stand on it?
Hell yeah.
It was never a game. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a game. It was competitive, but it wasn't a game.
I kind of feel like the East Coast,
you know,
where I feel like the West Coast was more with the no game playing when it came to that type of shit. I feel like East Coast kind of always been a little.
Yeah, but I think that was always the lie that they sold us from the outside. Like the more stories I hear, like Kane hitting Rick in the face and Rick pulling the gun on Kane.
Yo, do you realize somebody told me one time, right? OG dude told me, he said, Joe, in Symphony, you know G-Rap and Kane was going at each other on that shit?
Yes.
So it's always been a competitive joint like that, though. And it would do, and it was
I
fairly
think they've
smart.
had competitive natures, and I think that's fine when they're on the same song and they're trying to outdo each other. They're in the same studio. They're competing, and I think there's nothing wrong with competing. But again, to turn a compete of insults. Remember, diss records ain't just competing. It ain't like the whole thing on the whole thing on diss records has never been I'm just better than you and you ain't dope. It is about talking about how bad you are or talking about how soft you are.
I don't know, man. So you don't think that earlier on when they start, you don't think those guys were more, especially in the East Coast, you don't think those guys were trying to kind of big up themselves a little bit more, like I'm better than you?
I think
I don't know if they was really saying you was trash, but I'm just better than you.
Nah, I think if you read the lyrics to like The Bridge Is Over, there's some pretty harmful things said. I think we sensationalize New York as this place of peace and shit. I think over history, it's important because I think over history and time, we've always, like, I watched the interview with Special Ed where he was saying NWA or Wu-Tang. And he was like, Wu-Tang for the kids. He got knowledge.
No, I saw that. Yeah, I wonder, I'm going to ask you about that. What you thought about that?
Wu-Tang is a gangster rap group that talk about drugs and busting heads.
It was crazy when he said that. I was like,
But it's not crazy. It's their hip-hop is biased because it's a cultural expression.
So who's biased in hip-hop to you?
Well, that's the problem. Everybody should be. But the problem is,
who's the most biased? Say it. You know,
the most hip-hop place in the world.
Yeah. Okay.
New York. But that's why they're doing it. But they're doing it right. See, again, like the problem with brothers in general, we look at what white people or Mexican people doing wrong. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be biased because really you should have a conversation amongst. Also, it's up to West Coast rappers to embody the culture.
Does the East Coast come off less biased and more jealous though? They almost come off a little jealous to me.
Ain't no jealousy for us. Get out of here. Don't do that.
Hey, Trap, I just feel like New York, the East Coast might be the most biased to me. Like I said, it almost comes across as a little bit of jealousy. I feel like anytime hip hop goes someplace else, even when Common made that song, like when he met Used to Love Her or whatever it was, it just seemed like he kind of was going around hating on everybody.
No, it wasn't no hate on that.
He went over there and did that. She went over there and did that. Almost like hip hop was a hoe because it left New York. And
that's crazy. This is why we need translation. This is why we need translation,
man. Like a little bias.
Convincing me.
It's no hate. It's no hate. Yo, bro. Biasness, you can say that. You can say bias. I feel like everybody should be biased, you know what I'm saying, to where they from, though. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. But to hate on something, you know what I'm saying, or to have jealousy upon somebody else is doing better than you're doing, like, nah, I don't get within that right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey. But, God.
No, I'm saying, Trap, imagine you had a girl and she left you for another dude, and the next time you saw her, she was glowed up. Like, everything was better about her than when you had her.
And you know what I would do?
Like,
I would say,
you hate a little bit. Like, that's how hip hop went when it went to the South, when it went to the West.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm just saying, you don't think.
Nope.
I don't want to ruffle no feathers, but you don't think when hip hop came to the West and we took the ball, you don't think we really ran with that ball?
To go to what you said upon the girl shit, right? If the girl I was with left, you know what I'm saying, and I built her up to be like, I'm gonna look at her like, yeah, look what I created, yo. I created that, right? You know what I'm saying? Have homeboy send me a thank you letter, though.
But honestly, that's not quite the energy of New York.
It's not.
Man.
They're not like, hey, you know what? We proud of what NWA did.
They don't. You don't see that girl and be like, oh, West Coast and got her a BBL, some new titties. And you're not like, oh, she looking great. She looking fabulous.
But
you looking at her like, oh, look at that BBL look trash. Them fake titties look stiff.
You gotta understand where that generation right there was coming from when Special Ed says that, though. You know what I'm saying? So he's saying that to the form of like looking at it for where it was at, you know what I'm saying, and what got brought into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like we went from Public Enemy to NWA. That was a drastic change right there, bitch.
That's a lie, though.
Huh?
It's not NW, like all all rap on the East Coast or hip hop on the East Coast was not Public Enemy. That's just a lie.
No, it wasn't. No, it was Brand Nubian, Public Enemy,
It wasn't just Brand Nubian and Public Enemy.
KRS One.
You can't just showcase the stuff that you just
aside from somebody like G-Rap, what would you say was talking Murder, Death, Kill back in '88?
Just Ice.
Just Ice. Okay. Go ahead, keep going. Another one. Just Ice wasn't talking Murder, Death, Kill either. Wasn't talking Murder, Death, Kill.
Neither was NWA.
They wasn't talking Murder, Death, Kill.
No.
They were talking about raping the daughters, raping the Reverend's daughter. That's what they were talking about like that.
Tell me where they said it.
They ain't saying that on their albums?
Wu-Tang and Biggie never talk about murder.
Hold on.
I said it 88.
Before we get that far.
88 we talking about.
Before we get that far, right? Before we get that far, I keep telling y'all got to stop lying. Stop acting like y'all was just this proactive black group and everything in New York was just this. Like in y'all mind, it's the message, and then it go to Rakim. That's not what happened.
So tell me who did it in '88.
I'm telling you, Just was already there. Hold up, G-Rap was there. Hold up, Just was there. G-Rap was there. Hold up, the boy from Philly was there. There was a million motherfuckers talking crazy shit.
You just named three. That's all you can name, bro.
You can't tell a fib.
Matter
of fact, he came out with a song called Parkside Killers.
No. That was some. That's the one who gave y'all whole source and let you think that was gonna be good.
So then why is the special ed saying? So why is the special ed saying, man, Schoolie D ruined hip hop?
Schoolie D didn't get as big as y'all got, B.
It doesn't matter if you teach me how to do something and then it works for me. I don't ruin it. You ruined it yourself.
I don't. First off, fuck me further. I don't think NWA, because I don't want to sit here and make it seem like I feel that I agree with them sentiments right there. I'm just telling you the reason of what he meant when he was saying it.
Why he didn't say Schoolie D?
Because they didn't mention Schoolie D. They said NWA or Wu-Tang.
So why is he tracing it back to NWA and not Schoolie D?
Because NWA. How big did Schoolie D get? Did Schoolie D get anywhere? Did he get a quarter as big as NWA? I'm saying
because somebody got bigger.
Did he get
East Coast cats come across like y'all? Y'all was taking hip hoppers on dates. Y'all courted her. Y'all took her on dates. Y'all was treating her all great and stuff. And then got to the West Coast and we turned her into a $2 hoe.
And that's my thing.
We put her on Figueroa or some shit.
This is why I be thinking niggas be selling it out. Like I hear it and I be like, bro, you're not being genuine. There has to be a disdain somewhere that's an underlying tone. There has to be, because we didn't start gangster rap to no level. We didn't start people talking about killers. That was already in hip hop before anybody from the West started popping. And if you say anything outside of that, it's just a fib. I don't get why is it that big of a deal just to admit it, that there has to be some disdain for what's happening. And it's more than likely about how successful people got versus the conversation. Like if I'm listening to Ed say that and they said Wu-Tang and NWA, Wu-Tang is on the same gangster shit.
Nigga, I never looked at NWA as more dangerous than Wu-Tang. Like I didn't see Eazy-E and was like, oh, he looked way more dangerous than Ghostface.
And it's really that's what I'm saying. It's like that. I feel like the same thing is happening. Like niggas is selling out hip hop. When you look at drill and you automatically, disassociate yourself from them brothers' struggle, I hate that. Or if you look at traps and brothers trying to come up and you looking at trap music and you disassociate yourself from that, like niggas didn't sell dope in New York. You didn't disassociate yourself with Run DMC, even though they dressed like D-boys and Jay was selling dope. Man, you didn't disassociate yourself with them. Why is it when it's outside of your shit, you can't? That's what soul is, the connection of brothers. That's why this what the whole point of this conversation was, how Crippin saved my soul. It's in a connection of brothers. It made me connect to brothers on a whole nother level. It made me really care about brothers' struggle. Like it made me see it differently. It made me realize how much different my life and other people's life can be different.
So you don't think there was I'm saying, because I was listening to the show before I got up in here. You don't think there was no way that you could have went to Azusa Pacific and became this pharmacist and still have some of the same thoughts you have now?
No.
So you think it was just you think it was God's plan there?
Yeah, it had to be.
Okay.
Other than that, I'd probably be talking like the rest of these sellouts.
I don't know, man. You coming from where you come from, I don't know if that could have been in you. I
I'm
don't think
telling
you
you
could
the
have been no
truth,
sellout.
dog, because it's like I didn't.
You might
quite-
have some different thoughts, but I don't think so. Completely sellout.
Shout out to Cortland Gaddis. From what you said about Lil J and Kendrick relationship is false. Anybody playing with Drake name would be a violation of Jay Prince. It's way more nuanced than that. It's never as simple as that. That's just not how the streets work, especially when you're dealing with other niggas of the same ilk and cloth. You don't think Jay Prince could call me and say, hey, man, Glasses, y'all shouldn't be making fun of Drake, and we would listen? Niggas gonna let you handle your business. That's the thing, Court. Niggas is gonna let you handle your business. Now, before somebody get themselves gunned down, feel me, he may intercede and be like, hey, y'all chill out. But he not finna get in the way of no man handling his business. All that, y'all believe all of them labels and stuff. Boy, this is deeper than that. This deeper than money. This deeper than a lot of stuff. It's a different type of respect. Y'all don't think a stunner man changed my life. A stunner man said, man, don't say nothing about that boy no more. Y'all crazy. You think I would have said something about him? Know what I mean? Like, you're not bigger than a program. Nobody bigger than a program. And if you think you bigger than a program, you feel me? It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So nobody bigger than a program. There's not nothing for Jay Prince to hit me and say, hey, Glasses, man, get that nigga a break and I'll let it go because I got respect for Jay Prince or Stunner Man or anybody
What are you
else.
gonna say? Would Jay Prince gonna call you and be like, stop disrespecting Drake? And,
No, he could be like, hey, man, that nigga taking that shit personal, man. G, let off of him.
and then at that point, would you feel like you were disrespecting Drake?
No, I still wouldn't feel like I'm
Okay.
disrespecting Drake.
I was just trying to see.
Yeah, no. But if Jay Prince called me and say, hey, man, don't be making fun of that nigga, man. That nigga taking that shit personal, I'd have let it go. If Stunner Man would have said, hey, G, man, let off that boy, man. You know, he taking it personal. I'd have let, come on, man. These is people. One dude, I ain't made a dime with him, but I just respect him. Another dude changed my life. You don't think for 2 seconds if they telling me something, I'm not finna listen? It's a reason they not calling me. It's a reason they not talking to none of us.
What you think the reason is?
They gonna let niggas handle it how they handle it. As long as it don't get too crazy, you feel me, and somebody get themselves hurt, then it's different. But you know what I mean, they gonna let us handle it how we gonna handle it. You know, and really, even in this battle, like, it's a weird kind of thing where like these people saying all this disrespectful shit that people think it's gonna stay on wax. I don't get how that is.
I don't think they said nothing that disrespectful.
I
don't
mean,
know what's
I
in that
don't know.
disrespectful.
Again, we'll see. That's the thing
These
about
are, these are really just these are rappers. These ain't like these are like niggas who like really just rap like that. I think this is really spar.
Trap.
Ain't nothing going nowhere. What's up?
Do you think Glasses be on this? You think he on his high horse on this one?
Meaning what? Like
Being, you know how Glasses be.
Like he don't want to listen to the battle. I'm above.
Yeah, about to call him the baddies and
yo,
shit.
bro, no, look, right? So I call him up. I hear the song. I hear a song, right? I'm like, yo, you hear that shit just drop? I don't watch JV basketball. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
like, what the fuck? I'm talking about rap right now, B. Yeah, I don't watch JV basketball. I only watch pros. I only watch the pros. That's it, man. I don't watch none of the other shit. I'm like, yo, man, all right, man. I'm out at you, man.
I get it. I'm not mad. Y'all sit at the park and watch 9-year-olds play. I just don't care.
I would.
I'm walk right by. I'll be walking my little laps at the park. Them little 9-year-olds be out there hitting each other with headsies. I'm gone. I'm waiting on Shea Gildress tonight to play. I'm waiting on Jalen Brunson. I don't watch, like, it ain't, I wouldn't watch people spar.
You would watch somebody spar.
Only if I'm trying to
I
learn.
asked him that too.
Only if I'm trying to learn. I wouldn't watch it as entertainment.
You would.
No, I wouldn't.
You capping, bro. Like, I could see you.
Think about how much spar footage is on there, and I won't never watch it. Unless I'm preparing for a real fight. Shout out to Daddy O, he makes a great point. Glasses, that's bougie. Yes, I am a little bit.
Yeah,
okay. I'm glad. What? He just admitted that?
Yes,
okay. Okay. Well,
hip hop bougie.
But I also don't like mixtapes.
Yeah, that too.
Tripping, bro.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. You gotta stop.
Now y'all gonna be mad at me that I know what I'm into and what I'm not.
He want to see
from that high horse gonna be crazy. Like, that is.
How is it a high horse?
You up on this high looking? Oh, I don't want 9-year-olds play and all this. Come on, man. Like,
how's it a high horse?
JV, look at the JV guys. Like,
I don't want to watch him.
Okay, so Okay, so I'm talking shit right now because I kind of was like that too when I heard the battle. I was just like, I don't care. Who are these people? Like,
I mean,
that was the number one thing on my mind. Who are these people?
yeah, I kind of was like that too. I ain't gonna lie.
I know Reason. I know Joey. I know Rayvon. I know Daylight. But why are they battling?
I was thinking that too.
Like, why something happens is as important to me as what's happening.
But I will say this though, Joey. Like I know when we was talking about it, I called Joey the janitor, and y'all was like, he ain't the janitor.
Yeah, told you.
Yeah, I did
you.
that. I called him the janitor. I'm gonna take it back now. He made it
Told
first
you.
level of the CIA now.
Told
He
you.
had a desk.
Oh, God.
I mean, he had a desk. He ain't, if Kids was the director of the CIA, he had the desk now. He had a desk. Like probably somebody else.
Okay,
Like what my boy say. He said,
Hey, Trap, what's that saying you guys say over there? That's not disrespectful.
Listen,
I said, I'm
I want to say it to Cole.
listen. Shout out
Man, he had a
to
desk.
Court.
He
He said,
no
shout out to
disrespect, no
Court.
disrespect, no disrespect, no
He
disrespect.
said, shout out to
Appreciate it.
Court. Rap-A-Lot stands behind Drake and been that way for 15 years, bro. If that's the case, why did they intercede with Pusha, Ye, Diddy? Man, come on, bro. It's always convos behind the scene. They interceded with Puff because Puff punched him in the damn face because it became a fight. Now, if I fought him, then I'm sure Stunner Man and Jay Prince would be on my line. If Doc fought him, everybody would be calling each other. But if they rapping, nobody talking behind those scenes. The reason they called behind the scenes on Push because that shit really kind of bothered them.
Yeah.
Like nothing I'm doing matter that much to this man, dog. None of that shit mattered. Like it hurt his feelings, but that's all it hurt. So it's not like people want, you know what I mean? They not calling, ain't nobody calling behind every little battle. I don't care if you've been cool with somebody for 30 years. Ain't nobody getting in all of that. Even all that stand behind, that shit don't mean nothing, man. This deeper than just some rap shit, dog. This deeper than all of that. This shit'll cost lives, nigga. It's a level to this shit.
See, that's why if I always thought about Glasses getting into a battle with somebody or something like that, it would have to be, if he battles somebody, it got to be. I feel like it had to be like mortal, some kind of like, it had to be crazy for Glasses to battle somebody. I don't even see him. I think he feel like that's stooping down into the gutter.
Not necessarily. I just would have to have a real reason to battle somebody and compete. Like, if I got to start looking up information on you, we don't really got a problem.
What if Joey throw a shot at you right now?
I don't know him. I'm not.
What if he
even
just throw a
into
shot
his
at you?
career. So what I'm finna go get on the computer and do a bunch of? I'm not doing that.
No. See, the thing is though, this is the thing. When you saying this right there, a battle could just be showing a person how much better you rap.
And we can get on a song and then rap verses.
Yeah.
6 verses. I don't gotta try to insult. I don't know you, nigga. When Ice Cube dissed me, right? He dissed me on the song "Don't Drink the Kool-Aid,"
which he should have dissed you,
right?
Why he should have?
Glasses.
Which he shouldn't have, right?
We know.
That said he wasn't like that.
I don't know him. I don't got no problem with you. What the fuck I'm gonna write? I'm a fan of your music and I've been buying it since I was 9. How does the rap come across? I can't make up shit in my mind.
If you would have did that though, that shit would have been crazy. It probably been some kind of crazy psychological shit on him. He probably would have to come out and apologize.
I'm not, whatever it is, it wasn't worth it. I don't know him.
Yeah, but he took a few shots at you on songs.
Yes, but I still don't know him. What am I supposed to say? What does the rap sound like? Like, I cannot manufacture fake emotions for the sake of a song.
The rap should have sound like, my bad, OG. I said some shit I shouldn't have said.
I don't agree with
that.
But you ain't want to come outside.
Ice Cube should have been at you then.
Who?
He said, but you ain't want to come outside. You was lying though, bro.
I guess I could have put that in the song.
Exactly.
You ain't want to come outside.
Be a disrespectful record. That wouldn't be a disrespectful record. I guess it could be, but what does it look like for me to tell? How? I've been buying his records my whole life. I'm just a fucking fan. Like, what does the record sound like? Am I gonna gossip about a fight I heard he got into? That's unmanly.
Here we go.
Or you got into a fight I heard about.
Uh-huh.
I'm not that type of hip hop
Give us some
artist.
more. Like, there we go. I'm intrigued.
Oh, what would I write negative about? Like,
you know what to write. You smiling. You already know what you can put in there.
I swear to God, I have
you
no idea
know what you know come after that fight.
Coach,
got bigger.
You know, Glass got
Your son is
one
in
of the
big
stash
$100
right
million
now for Drake,
movies.
right?
What does it sound like?
You know, he got a song in the stash right now for Drake, right? He waiting for Drake to say something about him on the track. He gonna throw it out.
I would not have a song in the stash for Drake. I would not rap against fucking Drake. Like, What would that sound like,
Drake
bro?
gonna make you rap against
You
him.
know what my biggest
Yeah,
problem
I
is?
think so too.
I'm gonna tell you, and this go
Yeah,
back
me
to the
too.
same shit, Lex. This go back to the same shit. Niggas shouldn't even be talking to me. That's how I feel. Like, how is
Leaders.
niggas talking to me? Like, what the fuck would Drake say to me?
Coach.
Oh, I'm more successful than you. Nigga, I'm a low. Nigga, you ain't close. This is different.
Nigga,
Do you think Glasses be a bully sometimes?
In his story, he
duh.
thinks so.
Like I already told him, he
Duh.
told me about him.
I
He
just-
know
I
Glasses is a
duh.
bully.
Lex think I'm front. Lex, one thing I don't do, and Coach will tell you, and King will tell you, I don't front. I'm dead. This is my thought, even if it's wrong. I'm telling you, when Ice Cube was battling me, I'm like, what does the record sound like? I am a fan. I'm actually a fanatic of this man. I've been supporting him my whole life. What do I write in the battle? We don't have any personal experiences. We barely had conversations over the last 10 years.
When you work with him.
Huh?
That makes it more
Sure.
crazier.
So
It makes it
you
more
work with him.
crazier that Glasses is not capping. Like this is all
I
facts.
swear to
Yeah,
God, this
He
is
is
what
really
I
thinking
think.
this craziness.
I'm like, because then other than that, like I would have to be like these niggas that I make fun of. I have to be on the computer and like researching what bad happened in Cubes.
you ain't got to research nothing about Drake
I
though.
have to go to AI. Even with Drake, I don't think it would be cool to be talking about Puff punching on him.
That
I
would be
kinda look
hilarious
at
if you
Puff
had to go to
crazy.
AI to get some information though. I would love to see him have to go to AI. His nemesis.
He might have a connection as much as he texts them to correct statements.
I'm just not that. One thing that I am is genuine, bro. I'm very genuine. I really don't know how to talk negative about Ice Cube. I
Nah.
swear to God.
But I can see that.
Like it's Ice Cube.
I can see you not being able to talk negative about Ice Cube. But Drake, you got a whole bunch of like Trap said. You probably like you got 3 songs of material for
He
Drake.
definitely do. He
Even
definitely
with
do.
Drake, even with
Definitely
Drake,
do.
it would be very odd because I'm just not interested. Even if he says something disrespectful to me, I'd be looking at him like he's not the type of nigga that I am. I know that's probably not fair, but it's true. Like as an artist, I think I would rather try to compete making better records because that's where he's better. I would rather compete with him like if we did a song and who had the best verse. Me insulting him, he not on that timing.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you know what I know what you would
always
do.
said this. Like when Wayne hit him, I didn't think it was cool. When Puff punched on him, I didn't think it was cool. When homie pissed on his shoes and all of that, I didn't think it was cool. So I can't weaponize it now. That would be fraudulent for me.
I'm surprised you didn't punch him after they niggas punch him and pee on him after my nigga pissed on him. Like you love bullying Drake.
I've never bullied.
You get so much pleasure out of bullying this nigga. Like, hey Drake, please diss him. Drake.
He's gonna do
I
it.
think
It's
nobody
gonna be on the next album. It's
Drake
gonna be.
now in battles.
gonna
I
be
think
I
Drake's
would have
album.
seen
I
Drake
Drake's
diss
bet
battles
Glasses.
is over with.
I
Nobody's gonna
bet
gain
you
nothing.
he
battling
will
Drake no
have
more.
a
It's
glasses
over with
bar.
Drake.
It's gonna be like an entendre, but it's gonna be going towards glasses. You're gonna be referring to glasses, and it's gonna be something like this. I'm telling you, watch. You're gonna get it, B.
Drake might be
Don't get it.
scared of the West Coast.
Man, listen.
Drake should be scared of Glasses
Could I do it? Sure.
because he just want to
Could
snuff
I
him.
figure it out? Sure.
Joey and Deuce gonna
Sure.
do it for you. That's what's gonna happen. Joey and Deuce gonna do it for you. That's what it's gonna do.
For sure, because they like to be mean.
they
and shit
with
all
it.
the time.
They with it. They with it all the way. They all the way with
They
it.
on all that time. They'll be doing the research. If I gotta Google something that happened to you, bro, I shouldn't be rapping. That's just how I feel. Trap. I'm not saying it's right. If I gotta ask other people questions about you,
Nah, I feel the same.
I have
feel the
no
same.
big. Not us,
feel
Trap.
the
Not the type of nigga. Not the
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
men
yeah.
we are. Like,
Yeah.
forgive me. It go back into the same conversation, Lex. The level of man that I believe that I am is like.
There you go.
No, it's important because it's like I'm not Googling you to insult you. That
all
means
good.
we don't know each other enough. So at that point, I'd rather just fight you.
So you know what
You
you're
rather
doing
fight
right
you than
now?
make a diss track about you.
So
He
what you're
said he'll
doing?
fight
What you're
Drake.
doing is showing the difference between Ether and Takeover. You know what I'm saying? People say like that though. They say like on Ether,
Mm.
he didn't really like say like no personal digs on him on Ether. You know what I'm saying? We're just like clowning, joking shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But
So
like
could
when
you
it
do
came
that
to
then?
Takeover, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Could you ether a nigga?
I mean, yeah. Like I don't get me wrong. If I was first off, Ether is no, that's really some shit. I'm not
Ether
saying
is.
Ether, but the style of it. Let's
Yeah.
clear it up. I'm not saying I'm saying the style of the record.
Yeah.
Sure, I could throw a couple funny things around, but that was personal for Nas. Like whether we admit it or not, bro, they've been competing their whole career, bro. That was hella personal. even though he didn't really go too crazy, that meant something to Nas. Like this dude that kind of been kicking on Nas, it was in a hard time in his career. This is my favorite rapper. Like this one of my guys, and he just stomping on him while he's struggling. That wasn't just like no, he tried to ignore it, but when it just got too much, he was like, man. Now, if Drake made it his business to try to bully, Jay started to bully Nas. Straight up.
You said Drake and bully?
No, Jay started to bully him. Now, Drake started dropping 10 disses towards me, then I'd be compelled to actually have to say something. But if he say some simple line, I wouldn't care, bro. It's like, come on, man, you can't walk where I walk. Like,
would you at least talk about it, though? Would you at least talk about the line?
Sure, I talk about the Cube line. Cube on his songs, it's like I've already been dissed by possibly the greatest person to make rap. And he said something like, you Bobby Boucher, I'm the main like Gucci. I'm like, I'm not gonna respond to that.
Bobby Boucher, I'm the man. Oh, that was cool.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't bad, but it's like, again, it's Ice Cube. Like, bro, what do I
understand? Do you understand?
What do I supposed to say about Ice Cube, bro? It's Ice Cube.
I don't think Coach get it.
Don't mean I like it.
I'm the man like Gucci.
Culturally, I can't manufacture fake anger.
No, I get you.
I can't. You know what I mean? I don't know how to do that.
Was that the only lines he said about you?
He got some other line. He got a whole song called "No Country for Young Men." He got a bunch of shit.
Nah, that's tight.
Yeah.
He was really mad at you.
So what you do for him to get really mad at you?
I told a story that really happened, and he took it personal.
You was here. What are you talking about? You heard the whole story.
You was here when he told us.
With glasses.
He told us.
Put this nigga's business out in the streets.
Let me tell the story over.
He came out there when he came out there with Joe Budden live and called Ice Cube a chump.
No, I put my business on the street. I did not call a man a chump.
I mean, said
whatever it was. Honestly, to be honest with y'all, and Cube could be watching the stream. I really don't think he was that mad at me. I mean, well, he said it, but that's not the point. I don't think he was that mad at me. I think Cube uses energy at times when he's making music, and then he just puts that energy into the music.
I agree with that. Because we seen Cube mad at somebody and dissing them.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It's mad at me. Now, I wouldn't be that person. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Trap is like,
yeah.
Like I'm not even like I wanted to fight him. I didn't want to like rap battle him, nigga. Why is you using my name in these weird manners?
Why you think fighting? Why you go fighting before a rap battle?
That's
why does fighting come first?
I thought the same thing just now.
He skipped rap battles beneath him. I'm gonna beat your ass though. It's for so long.
I mean, because I can do that. Because I can do that with a stranger. Okay. If I go to the bully. It's not the bully because I could lose the fight. If I go to the gas station, right? If I go to the gas station and some guy just come and scratch my car, I'm going to be the first thing in my mind is like, I'm finna drop a diss on this person that scratched my car just because we both rap. So just because me and Ice Cube, first off, it's fucking Ice Cube. We are not the same type of rappers. Now, if I'm going to do a class, I don't agree with J1 in this. I don't agree with people thinking Kendrick or Joey is on different classes. They are the same people. But for sure, me and Ice Cube is on different levels. It's fucking Ice Cube. Right? I mean, this motherfucking entertainment has raised me. So it's different, right? So look, him saying something about me does not mean let me make a rap. I don't know you. What am I going to talk about? What happened to Dope West while you got smoked and Boys in the Hood? I'm serious. I wouldn't know what to write about Ice Cube, bro. I'm not that type of
You
writer.
A smart man, Glasses. If you would have took 3 hours out of your day, you would have came up with a 2.5-minute song to diss Ice Cube.
I would have to Google and call people and ask questions. I can call Mac 10. Mac 10, what happened? Give me some news. That just sounds too much like a girl.
You wouldn't have to do that.
I would have to.
You could revisit the stream, what you said about him on the stream. You could revisit that. That obviously made him mad. No, but again, even if I tell that story, I quite don't know that that's what was going on in his mind. Hey, you was in the store and it kind of looked like you looked worried. I'm dropping a diss record on you now. I don't give a fuck what was in your mind at that point. To me, in my mind, I'm gonna tell everybody you was a bitch.
Yeah, but then at that point now, I'm not sure. So then I had to stand on something that I'm not sure about. You know, that ain't my style.
And that goes to
See,
fight.
but see, exactly. But he'll beat your ass though. That's his style. But I mean, I'm sorry, fight somebody.
Yeah.
Because you never know if you're gonna beat up Drake. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I
But-
don't know. Shit, niggas, hands is hands. It might be nigga day. Nigga hit a nigga, knock a nigga out. But
Oh,
what
it's
I'm-
not your coach that teaches you how to fight.
that's different. This don't count. We're not talking about this version. We talking about pre-understanding fighting. So again, it's one of the things. See, like people saying shit like this, like Court saying, talk about how Cypress Hill had Q scared. I don't know that happened. I wasn't there.
You heard it.
I don't know nobody that was there.
You heard it. You heard it though.
I don't know nobody that was there. I would never reference. First off, I'm gonna tell you something too that means something to me. Now, people say what they want. I ain't never called a man a bitch unless I bitched him. I don't care if another man did something to you and he bitch you. I didn't do it, so I'm not gonna call you that. That's just Glass of shit. I'm just like that. I'm not.
Glass has got too many rules and regulations of trying to like. Okay, so me. This is just me. You know, Glasses know me. I'm not even I ain't trying to fight nobody all day and all that kind of stuff. That ain't my thing. I'm not trying to fight nobody. But if you do get me to the measure where I'm mad at you, we're done. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm gonna call you a bitch, a pussy, whatever the hell I got to do to make you get you mad. I'm gonna talk about your mama, your granny, anybody I can find out that's dead about you. Cause now I'm full speed. I'm full speed ahead. That's why I don't get there. That's why I don't go there. Because no, that's why I do not group. That's why I don't fight. That's why I don't do that. Because if I get mad, I'm trying to go all the way there. Class has got too many rules and records. If I ain't bitch you, I can't call you no bitch. Like what? I don't know if you a bitch, and I don't know you well enough. I'm gonna say you.
I'll be honest. I'm not gonna call somebody a bitch. I'm gonna just hit him.
So
I'm gonna find out to be a
Find
bitch.
out.
I'm gonna find out.
That's just how I am. Like I'm being honest. I'm being transparent with how I think. I'm letting y'all in my mind honestly. So even when all the Q shit was happening, bro, it was like I don't know you. Like, how do I manufacture a rap song? Like, am I supposed to say what Be Real said? That just don't feel like no man shit. Well, Be Real said they punked you. Like that shit sounds busted. Like I can't do it.
And you know what the crazy thing about you is that if you bitch somebody and then you feel like you can call them a bitch, you're not gonna feel like you're being disrespectful now because it's the truth.
That's a good one, Coach.
Somebody, I'm still not gonna call them a bitch after because I showed them they was one.
Okay, I'm just saying that's how.
If I'm not, if I punched on you and proved to you as a bitch, I don't need to call you. Bitch.
Hey, we got
now
past
you
50 likes.
Okay,
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
How many likes we at?
Come on.
51.
Make it to 100. Make it to 100, y'all. Let's go, y'all.
June 10th, new glasses. I meant to tell you that. June 10th. I need y'all gonna all have to pre-order that new glasses June 10th.
June 10th, you push it back?
The company asked me to do. I don't start.
Man,
June 10th, new glasses.
no, he was coming out in April. Baby.
I know. June 10th, new glasses. June 10th, new glasses.
June 10th, 2027.
Yeah.
So again, it's
fire,
like,
though, y'all. It's fire, y'all. It's fire.
It's really good.
Fire.
Yeah, it's pretty
Dope.
creative, isn't it?
Dope.
You're not
Okay,
dissing
so the
nobody either. Well,
No. Well, in the video, I am.
Yeah, I say, yeah.
Yeah.
He likes this to be visual, not.
Yeah, in fact, if I'm making a joke, I'm making a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care. But what I'm saying is, I really feel like this, and that's my connection to the culture, bro. Gangbanging gave me all this. It gave me a different way of how I live. It really kind of accentuated certain things about me that make sense.
Like a classy gangbanger.
He's a classy gangbang.
Bougie gangbanger.
He'll start his
Bougie
fights
gangbanger.
with white gloves.
Bougie gangbanger.
He's stupid. He's smacking nigga with white gloves. So I want to duel you at 12 a.m. tomorrow. Like, what the?
That sounds fair.
That's
I wish I was around in them times. Nigga just slap you with that glove. I challenge you. That's closer to where I'm at with it. Oh, hold up. My niece is right here. Let me bring in my niece.
Oh.
Man,
Oh, man. Oh, my God. I already know what this about to be right now.
you know what's going to happen.
I already know what this about to be right now. She started sending me
Okay,
evidence
Nana,
and everything.
I can hear you. Can you hear us, Nana?
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Nana?
Niece, what up?
She up in here.
She sent me some evidence the other day. Yeah, that was, man, y'all got to leave us alone, man. We had enough, B. We had enough, man.
No. Yeah, but I don't even want to talk about that shit. I don't want to talk to baddies of hip hop right now. I don't want to talk baddies of hip hop.
This guy. Baddies of hip. G Malone, the classy crip.
It's not just about, it makes sense to me. Like I was telling Coach earlier, Trap, why is it when you got the number one defense and the defensive player of the year that person is not the best player on the team?
Oh boy.
Because they ain't what fill the seats up.
Trap.
You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
Hey, was Dennis Rodman better than Isaiah Thomas on the Bulls on the Piston team?
No.
Thank you.
No.
This is like an
No,
easy.
he wasn't.
Here come.
No, it's not that easy.
Here come.
He wasn't the best player on none of the teams he played on. He wasn't the best player on the Pistons.
That's what I try to tell. That's what I try to tell Glasses.
He was the best
Was
athlete
never the
on
best
each
player.
team he played on.
Hey, you remember that one time we was
He was
getting
better
into it?
athlete than
Rodman was
And-
the best athlete on each
He was
team
a
he
better
played
athlete.
on.
Remember that one time we was getting into
hold
it?
on. He was a
And
better
then-
athlete than David Robinson.
Yeah.
Man, he was a yes.
What does him being the best athlete?
Like they
No, he
don't
wasn't.
understand.
No,
They
he
just
wasn't.
don't
No,
understand.
No, he wasn't.
You remember that time we was getting into it, and then and Steele jumped in, and you was like, "This who on your team? This who you got backing you up on this?" Steele came in there talking crazy. Here you go. Here come King. This who you got backing you up. King.
Yes,
King jumped
with
in there.
solid information. Rob
Solid
was the best.
information. He said he was the best
athlete.
athlete.
No, hold on.
This is
He was a better athlete than Michael Jordan.
This was my logic. Yeah, he's a better athlete.
Jordan guys will tell you that. Jordan guys will tell you that he was the best athlete on the
No, he
team.
Dennis
wasn't.
Rodman a better athlete than Michael Jordan.
That's crazy.
The guy with the best motor in the game.
They're missing skills and
His motor was
athlete
better than Dennis
stuff.
Rodman.
He got a good
Okay.
motor.
No, that's
Okay.
that's
Your skills
That
and
don't mean you're
athlete
the
is
best athlete
different.
because
You could be
no.
an athlete with no
Michael
skill.
Jordan.
Coach about to
Michael
teach him.
Jordan was
I
who
mean,
he
King
was.
about
He
to
was
call
the
him
best
King Coach.
athlete in the NBA at the time.
Okay, this was my point to Coach. Hold up, Six. I'm glad Six is here. This was
Yeah,
my
come on,
point
Six.
to Coach, right? What I was saying to Coach was the number one defensive player, the number one defensive team that the defense led to a championship. Mind you, they had Isaiah Thomas where they tried to build the team around his offense all those years before they drafted Dennis Rodman. They tried to play him like they paid Magic Johnson. He just didn't have that type of, he didn't have a transcendent offense. He didn't have a transcendent offense. You know what I'm saying? The Pistons won because they built their team around probably the second or third best defensive player in the history of basketball, right?
Who's the first?
Bill Russell.
Okay, I'm just trying to see. I'm just trying to make
Bill
sure you don't say
Russell.
Rudy Gobert or nothing crazy.
Bill Russell, then Tim Duncan, then Dennis Rodman.
You think? I don't know.
Timmy-
Okay,
Timmy-
okay.
You
I'm
give
not
him
going
a
to argue
third.
that.
You give him
I'm not going to
third.
argue that.
You
I'm
give
not
him
going to argue
third.
that.
You give him
Third
third.
best
back.
defensive player ever. Timmy D.
I don't know.
Timmy-
I
Timmy
kind
D's
of would
third.
put Dennis Rodman over
Timmy
Tim.
D is number two.
I kind of throw Dennis Rodman over Tim.
Oh, what about
Only
Elijah?
reason I- only
What about
reason I
Elijah?
know
Oh, you
is
snuck
because
on
Timmy D
Dennis, huh?
was so
I
good
think it's
defensively for a long time.
What about Elijah on though?
He would be number 4 for me.
Elijah, I got Elijah over Tim too.
Yeah, me too.
I like it. I think if you do it per one season, yes. But I think if you take the whole
So you take
career-
longevity into it.
yeah, because we're talking about
Okay.
careers.
Okay.
If I had to pick one defender that was the greatest defender, it's going to be Bill Russell and Elijah Wan.
Okay.
Those two. But I'm saying,
Okay.
again, we talking about playing basketball in the NBA for years.
I think longevity has to play a part in it.
Right.
I
So,
agree.
so what I was saying, Six, is this. I was saying the Pistons had the 10th best offense and the number 1 defense and the defensive player of the year both times they won the championship. It's so hard for people to say that they won through defense because then you would have to credit Dennis Rodman as the best player. It's not like the Warriors when they had the number 1 defense with Draymond Green and the number 1 offense with Steph Curry. No, they had the number 1 defense. Their offense was never good enough through Isaiah Thomas's offense. It was never close enough. That's why they had to go get Mark Aguirre and bring him off the bench. They had to add points. They had to add a lot of stuff to make that offense even be above average because when it's just Isaiah Thomas and they were trying to build it like they had the Lakers team, it wouldn't work because he's not the transcendent offensive talent that Magic Johnson is or that Larry Bird is. He's just not that. Could be a side. He's not even a transcendent offensive talent Chris Paul is.
So now to say that right there,
Allen
to say-
Iverson is.
No.
To say that right there is basically to say that the real MVP is the defensive player of the year.
Well, again, when we use the term MVP, we kind of synonymously use
The
it
most
with
valuable
best
player.
But we
Yeah.
keep forgetting it's value. Valued is
Yeah.
an offensive conversation because value brings the most, offense brings the most value to the NBA. offense brings the most value. So it don't mean you're the best player. It just means you're the most valuable. That's also rooted in highlights. It's 1,000 things that's making that work consistently in value.
Hey, but see, Trap,
Coach,
six.
Coach, let me tell-
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead,
let
bro.
me tell you something real quick. I'm gonna tell you something. So let me tell you how me and Glasses met, right? So we met having a conversation where he was trying to convince me that Ben Wallace is a better center than Patrick Ewing. Do you agree with that?
I'm crazy. I get it.
Okay. I hate to do this to you, Trap.
Wow.
Here it go, Trap.
No,
You don't even got to do it now.
I hate to go, Trap, because
I get it. I know. I watched Patrick Ewing.
I think it's
score a lot
closer.
of
I think it's
buckets.
closer than we think. Ben Wallace and
I've been
Ewing.
saying that.
I think Ben Wallace and Patrick Ewing is a lot closer than we give
And
him
it's
credit
not
for.
better. I said, I kept telling him, I said, better is preference, a greater career.
Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace do got some defensive
Championships too.
player of the year.
4
of them.
Got
He got a championship. I mean, Patrick Ewing didn't get the job done. I mean, and I'm not no
Yeah,
disrespect.
Michael Jordan to go through. What are you talking about?
I think he's a good.
Never played with 2 All-Stars his whole career.
I mean, that is true. That is true. I mean,
Ben Wallace didn't play with a bunch of All-Stars.
What you mean?
Ooh.
He played with Chauncey Billups.
Stop it. He had
Steve
Prince
Wallace.
there. He had. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
You mean, bro?
She ain't an
Trap.
All-Star, dog.
Stop it, Trap.
We
The
just like
championship
Sheik,
years?
bro. We just like Sheik. He's like an
championship
East
years?
Coast nigga that's a grimy nigga. He's not an All-Star.
Them championship years, he was an All-Star?
No.
Chauncey Billups wasn't an All-Star either, right?
Chauncey Billups made the All-Stars.
Okay.
but
Okay.
it's not like Ben Wallace played with perennial All-Stars though. It's not like he played with.
neither one.
Yeah, it's not like if
And-
that's.
and-
Rip Hamilton wasn't an All-Star.
Hold on.
And it's also not like Patrick Ewing accomplished
Hold
what
on,
Ben
hold on.
Wallace achieved as an individual player.
Trap. Then Pat Riley, coach.
Yeah,
Ewing-
he had a good coach. He had a good coach. I'm saying players he played around though.
I mean,
I'm just saying he had one of the best coaches, didn't he?
And I mean,
Listen,
who he lost to,
played-
and who he lost to, didn't have another All-Star player either
Who?
in the finals. He's the
Who you
only
talking
player
about?
to actually win a championship
To my
without
large one.
another Hall of Famer.
To my large one.
So it
Okay.
ain't like he had to beat a bunch of other Hall of Famers.
He
it, ain't
lost.
it ain't like he had to do what Ben Wallace did. Ben Wallace had to beat 4 or 5 Hall of Famers.
He lost that guy, coach. My bad. What you about to say?
no, I'm just saying, Trap. Like I think it's a lot closer than we think it is, and I think
No, it's not.
I think it is, man. I think Ben Wallace, and I think you can make a real good argument that Ben Wallace had a better career than
No, he didn't.
Patrick.
No,
But I do think Glasses has enough crazy stuff to where I don't think we down that hill, because I think that's one of his better arguments. Him saying that
what?
that
We'll
Dennis
let
Rodman,
that in the
the
chat.
best
We'll
player
we're gonna get
on
to
the
that.
Detroit Pistons when Isaiah Thomas was there is just total insanity. And him saying that if Rudy Gobert win the championship, he's top 15. What'd you say? Top 15
centers
top
all
10
time.
top 15 centers of all time.
Is 6 in here? Is 6 in here?
Yeah.
6 is in the thing.
Yo, 6. Oh, you in the chat?
Yeah, come through 6.
Hey, Trap.
What's up, bro?
Rudy Gobert win the championship. Is Rudy Gobert top 15 centers of all time now?
No.
Yeah, but see, this is what I'm saying. He's had
No.
other stuff. Like I said, he'll get you. I already told that's what Glasses
How
do.
many defensive players a year did Rudy Gobert got?
Man, if we don't,
Hey, 2.
He got
One.
like 5
he
or
got one.
6.
He got one he
Got
deserves.
Got one? Yeah.
I thought he had 5.
He got 4, but he got one he
Oh,
deserves.
he got 4?
Yeah,
Yo,
he
a lot
got
of people
4, but he got one.
That's crazy.
He
A
got
lot of
one
people
he
got
deserves.
4. A lot of people got 4 of them.
We know that. Okay, first of all, we know.
Hold on.
No. Don't. Dwight Howard got 4 too?
Dwight
So
got
it's just-
3, I think. Dwight
He
got
got
3.
3. Okay. I thought Dwight Howard had 4.
Hey, he should have 4.
It's only 2 people that got.
Okay, but Trap. Hey,
One of the guys is better than Patrick Ewing.
defensive,
No, he's not.
defensive player award.
Greater
Hey, the
career.
defensive player award is a biased award to centers. Like,
The MVP award is biased offensive scorers.
I mean, go. Let's go down the history of defensive player awards, man. It's like 90. It's like 85% centers,
Most
And
times,
it should be, though. And it should
and
be,
it's
though.
crazy. It's crazy.
And it should be. I think it should be.
It
though.
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
Nah, it should be.
It's the centerpiece of
today's-
your defense, coach.
Man, no, dude. in today's basketball,
You still
we should
wanna
not have
lay-
no centers. Rudy Gobert should have never got that.
Do
you
know,
cannot
you know
be
what happens
defensive-
when you don't have no centers?
G, you cannot
You
be
know what
defensive.
happened when you
You
have no
cannot be
centers?
defensive. You cannot be defensive player.
You know what happens?
You cannot be
It cost
defensive
you a
player.
burrito,
You
coach.
you cannot hey, you cannot be defensive player of the year. You cannot be defensive player of the year. If my game plan is to hunt you down,
Coach.
if my game plan is to hunt you
know what
down
happens when you
and,
don't have
and,
no
and,
centers?
and go one-on-one.
You have to pay glass of burritos.
Huh?
When you have no centers, you have to pay glass
Hey,
of burritos.
hey, you know what happened when you
Who was
don't
our
have,
center?
hey, you know what happened when you know what happened when you don't have a great center? You can win a championship.
When?
So you think that the Boston Celtics last year had a great center?
They didn't play
Yeah,
against
Al
one.
Horford. Yeah, Al Horford.
Horford ain't no great center.
They didn't play against one.
Al Horford is a 92-year-old
They didn't-
man.
Okay, so let me ask you a
Al Horford,
question.
right, though.
You played against somebody who had a great center this in playoff season. What happened to us?
We lost
It's a gentleman's
because
center.
we didn't have no center.
You don't need one. You just said
We
that.
don't
They
have
ain't
to,
got
I
no
never
center at all.
need
They ain't got no
I
center
think
at
you
all.
have to have a great one, and you don't. And it don't have to
We
be
did have one. We had
transcended.
Jackson Hayes.
Now, listen, right? It's only been like
I don't even know what that is. Who is that? Jackson who?
It's one
Jackson
NBA
who?
team that won it.
Hey, that shit made you just want to almost explode.
Jackson what? Like, what? No,
You should have saw his face. He was like, motherfucker.
I mean,
say
'cause
nothing else.
you seen what Luka did with two marginal centers. He
That's
took
right.
a rookie
Did he?
and then he did.
That wasn't LeBron?
He took no. We talking about not
Dallas?
this year. We talking about when he was with
Well,
Dallas.
Oh, you gonna
He
wait
was
Dallas.
the
for
first battle of
Dallas?
Fame Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
no.
going
Oh,
back.
and Kyrie Irving plays center now.
First battle. Hall of
He
Fame.
plays center.
Yeah.
Kyrie plays center. He do.
I mean, he had a center as good as Jackson Hayes.
I'm
last year.
saying
They were
as
throwing
good
the
as
lobs
Jackson
up all day.
So
They
you
were throwing
think-
lobs up all day?
It ain't like neither one of them better.
they are better. Yeah, they are better. That's you know what they do? They block a shot and rebound. Jackson Hayes, LeBron should average more rebounds than you.
Well, Rudy Gobert blocks a shot as well.
He does. Hey, look, and I'm not, bro. See, I hate when you do this because you got me think. I don't think Rudy Gobert is useless. I just think that you can't be defensive player of the year if my whole game plan is getting to you. Like if I'm trying to get off screens and
Okay,
get you
what
on
about-
islands, you can't be defensive player of the
when they
year.
gave it to Marcus Smart, and then they was posting Marcus Smart up in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Who's posting them up?
LeBron James.
So
That was part of the offensive scheme.
so.
And then Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year. that year.
But okay, now I got you.
I'm tripping
So-
that coach got 14 other better centers than Rudy.
Nigga, you
he
don't.
wins a championship.
You
You
don't. You got. What,
I can't think of 14.
I don't think you could think of 10 centers. That's why.
You know,
Like,
yeah, it'd be hard to think of 10 good
see,
centers.
like that's why he can't do it because he every 14.
Give me 10 good centers.
Man, I'm gonna get there. But before I get there, Marcus Smart. If we go back that year, I'm glad you brought that up. And go look at what Marcus Smart a defense percentage was in the post.
I think it was fantastic.
It was great. He was one of the
Until he
best
actually
post up.
until he actually, because he guards in the post.
Okay, but let me ask you a
But
question.
If you put him on a mismatch, coach, then it's not.
But
fair.
let me ask you a question. What was Rudy's? How did he do on islands against any team?
Yeah, but it's not
Against
centers,
any team.
It's not centers putting him on the island.
Against any team.
So a lot of the post up for Marcus Smart, coach, was guards trying to post him up. If 7-foot centers posted up Marcus Smart, his rating on that would have been horrible.
How much do 7-foot centers post up anybody in today's NBA? That's why you should not get defensive player of the year to a center.
But-
We don't play
but
through
that-
centers anymore.
But obviously, that's
We ain't got no Patrick
obviously-
Ewings.
Obviously, you see how it hurt us because we couldn't actually just lay the ball.
No, it hurt us because we couldn't rim protect and rebound.
You don't need it. You had LeBron James. You know who won a championship playing center?
Because you're making it seem like
You
I'm
know
saying
who won
centers are
championship
useless.
with
In the
center?
bubble, you talking
You're
about
making
the
it seem like-
bubble?
No. You know who won a championship playing center?
Who?
Magic Johnson.
You're making it
Yeah,
seem like
I
I'm saying
remember that.
centers are useless. And guess what Magic Johnson could do? Be
Play
versatile
center.
playing center. He can come out. He could stick the perimeter better than Rudy when he switches.
I'm just saying LeBron was the center.
Rudy
You said he was better.
whack ass. See, no, let me stop that. Rudy not whack. See, you make me say that type of weird shit. Rudy not whack. He cool. He a good little player.
We can't hear you, Trap.
That microphone is crazy.
Now, I was saying, no. I ain't got my mic with me right now. I'm over here. I'm off. But Rudy be moving his feet when he get on the
Exactly.
screen on the switch.
Against who?
On the street.
If a
Against who?
6'2" or 6
Anybody.
guard come out there, well, it's like Rudy's
Yeah.
Against who, Trap? Against who? So you seen what the Clippers did to him that one year? They searching Rudy, and guess who was doing it to him? Guess who was doing it to him? What's the
Was
dude
James Harden?
name?
wasn't Paul George.
No, it wasn't Paul George.
It
You
was
right?
guard.
It was
Wasn't
it was the dude they just traded. I can't even remember his name right now. But it wasn't no great player, no great offensive player.
It don't matter. It's not that, coach. If it's a guy
Oh,
under
Patrick Beverly?
Yeah.
You said
Pat
who?
was doing it to him.
It was Patrick Beverly.
No, it was they
The boy
traded him.
traded to Washington.
Yeah.
The boy that had the dread.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
6'4".
yeah.
He like
He's 7'7".
Rudy ain't no 7'7". Get out
He
of here.
like 7'4".
7'4".
Yeah, he like 7'3".
So I get it if you can't guard a guy 6'2". Who's supposed to?
I'm not saying you should be able to guard him, but you shouldn't be a liability. Is what I'm saying.
It's only a liability if you able to move him in the island. If you don't have enough
Which
defenders,
every team is able to do.
but that's not. But again, we couldn't do it.
Okay, so you know I'm just saying because you bring it up one time. You bring it up one time.
The Warriors couldn't do it.
Every time. You know why the Warriors can do it? You know, because they best player,
Yeah,
Steph Curry.
So again,
and let me ask you what happened the first game was Steph was healthy. What happened there?
But I'm asking
For
you,
half a game,
but
Steph
I'm
was there.
asking
They put belt to ass.
7'5" Rudy Gobert is supposed to be able to guard 6'3" Steph Curry. Who the fucking NBA?
He's not supposed to be a liability on the court defensively if you get defensive player of the year.
Only become a liability if you don't have other defenders.
You can't get in the playoffs, and then every team try to make even the
Every last
Lakers
defensive
game
player-
plan was to hit Rudy on the island.
Every last defensive player in the history of basketball probably can't guard the better point guards. There's not one, not even Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard can't guard.
But Dwight Howard did a way more formidable job than Rudy.
He's also not 7'5".
Okay,
Hold on.
You're making my point.
Hold up, coach. But also, even Dwight Howard in the paint is not the presence and alternating like making
now you're talking fucking
shot.
crazy.
Rudy, he's not.
Now
He's
you're
not
talking
Rudy
about-
in the post.
Dwight Howard is.
He doesn't
it's
alter
just-
as many shots. He's not Rudy Gobert in the post.
So Dwight Howard is probably better down there than Rudy ever was.
No.
So let me ask you a question.
And you know I fuck with Dwight.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think Rudy Gobert is an all-time better defender than Dwight Howard?
Yes.
See, you on dope. Like that's just that's crazy.
Nah, bro.
Crazy.
Nah.
What you say,
I mean,
Trap?
I wouldn't even. Nah, I would say.
I think
gotta
Dwight
all-
Howard's a better shot blocker, but I think as a defensive player,
What would it
as
be?
a somebody that alters shots, Rudy is tough, man.
Really is.
I watch him
as
alter
hell.
I
so
was
many
telling six.
shots.
I was telling six that shit, man. Six
Like
don't fuck with
7'5", 7'6", bro. Wingspan, like, you make him like 8'10". You can just put his arms up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you might be the only person other than probably if your
Rudy's brother.
last name ain't Gobert, that think Rudy is a better defender than Dwight Howard.
Well, me and the NBA, because we all agree should be a 4-time defensive
They don't even. They probably think they messed up when they look at that like,
They
oh
messed
shit,
up 4 times.
damn. They messed
Who
up
had to
2.
mess
They
up
messed up.
4
They messed up 3 for sure.
Oh, people was hot though, because they think he's soft.
That's all it is. People just hate him because he's French.
That boy
they think
soft
he's
as
soft.
wet paper
That's
towel.
because Draymond choked him up. That's only.
Yeah, Draymond Green and poked him out.
Yeah,
Draymond
choked him out
Green,
crazy.
Saginaw ass niggas. All them Saginaw niggas is just be Michigan niggas, be over the top.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Draymond Green with them
choked
fake
him out
smacks in your
crazy.
face. Oh, he fouled me. Like, come on, stop smacking these people in their face.
That shit is crazy.
So
Kicking them.
all I'm saying to y'all, the point I'm saying is that's how Crippin saved my soul. It made me really identify with brothers. Like, and it made me carry myself with a level of integrity on 12. Just true. Like, I really couldn't see doing certain things. Trap be talking shit. I'm like, Trap, what am I supposed to do, bro? I don't even like this shit. Like, I'm not, if I gotta look you up, I'm not dissing you. That's why I'm not in the Baddie Girls hip hop rap battle now.
Baddie girls.
Yo, if y'all would have won this shit, this would not be no baddie girl battle. It'd be like, yeah,
Bro, how the
fuck
fuck
the
do
New
you
Yorkers
win
up.
it? How do you win or lose this?
rap.
I'm gonna tell you how you win it, Trap. By calling a nigga ass cheek. That was hilarious.
Yeah, but it's
Yo,
like,
let me ask.
what am I supposed to like?
Is
Chike,
Is Nisha here? Is Nisha here? She left.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Wait, what's his name though? AZ Chike.
AZ Chike.
His name is
I
Ass.
like this song. I like this song though.
I mean,
People ain't
cool.
like this. I like this
AZ
song.
Chike. New name is Ass Cheek. Like I don't even know how you live that down.
No, I thought. Oh, that is what I thought. He was calling what's the name ass cheek.
No, bro, he was calling AZ Chike.
Daylight. Oh wow. Yeah, yo, he was. Yo,
That was
Joey was
terrible.
on fire, man.
That's
I'm proud of Joey, man. I'm proud of Joey, B.
How many
For
likes
real,
we got?
for real.
We got almost 60.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all.
Thank y'all, man. What do y'all think
Proud
about the comments in the corner like that?
That's dope. That's where the
Cool.
streaming should be going. That's the streaming shit right there. That's fire.
Yeah, well, because now people on Twitter can see their comments.
Exactly. That's fire. That's dope.
I don't know. I
I just streamed it on my Twitter just
Yeah,
now.
57.
All right, we need 3 more likes. If I have to Google information to diss you, I shouldn't be dissing you. That's just where I'm at. Not saying that y'all should have that. I'm saying I wouldn't do that.
My only thing is that when it comes to hip hop and rapping though, you really actually like you ain't gotta be saying no disrespectful shit. You gotta just show somebody you can rap better than them, really though.
Well, that's the case. We just get on the same song and rap, and I'll show you.
That's what Kane and G Rap did.
Yeah, so like that's what I would prefer to do versus somebody I don't really care. Like if I don't care about you, I'm not gonna be looking up information about you. I don't want to call around and ask questions, and I don't want to gossip about you.
That's what Cannabis did to LL. And then
Cannabis just out-rapped them. He just out-rapped them, really, I think. Cannabis, right?
I think
he really got. He didn't go too personal.
Rap battle. Trap sensationalizes rap battles, where it's like, oh, whoever raps the best. That's not true.
That's it.
It's not really who about raps the best. It's really about who kind of galvanizes the audience by making fun of you. Like who does it the best. That's why you don't understand why Shan lost. It ain't hit you why, and you get mad because it's like he made a joke out of insulting Queensbridge.
I got a question.
It's the reason with Eazy-E and NWA. It's not about who rap better. Jay-Z, I think Takeover, if I'm just saying pure MC, and Takeover is dope. It may even be doper than Ether if it's just pure MC, but the passion of Ether by itself and the music and the combination, it made a product, nigga, that was just dynamite. Nigga, it don't always gotta be who rap the best or who put the bars. Nigga, sometimes it can be like, nigga, you's a bitch because you's a bitch. And
I mean, that's
shit
true.
would be the hardest thing
that's
in the
right.
world.
That's
to
right.
me, that's what Ether is. Takeover is a well-crafted idea.
You got me now.
Takeover is just well-crafted.
Damn, coach.
Takeover is just well-crafted idea where Jay-Z really wrote a great record. That shit is hard. I'll never forget the first time I heard Takeover, dog. I was like, this nigga is incredible. He just was sawing niggas down. You know what I mean? He set him up in a verse before and went to the next verse. I was like, oh, he didn't end this nigga career. That nigga Hove. I felt like that. Yeah,
I told you I was there when he first performed the shit at Summer Jam.
I heard that shit September 11, 2001. I'm get that nigga out of here and pack this nigga up.
I was at Summer Jam when that shit first came out.
When I heard that shit. Fuck Jay-Z. What's up, nigga? First off, I never even heard Nas talk like that.
That was the real kicker too. When Nas was talking like that,
I never in my life heard Nas talk like
that. My nigga.
Like Nas is like the pro-black brother. You know what I mean? Like Nas is like the pro-black brother and shit. What's up, nigga? You.
Yeah.
Nigga, you love my style. Nigga, you on my you love my style. Fuck Jay. I was like,
yeah, that shit.
It didn't matter if he out-rapped him. That shit, you felt it. And I remember just being like, I knew right then and there, I was like, oh, we in trouble. This is bad.
I knew Jay-Z was in trouble before that. When he jumped on that song on the Rakim beat, when he said all that shit about I went to Philly and eat bees fast, all that shit right there. I said, oh, this nigga's acting crazy right now.
Bro, because the nigga, first off, I never heard that nigga say, what's up? That nigga was like, what's up, nigga? What is happening? Oh, he mad. Nigga. Oh, and it was all this nonchalant, like, nigga, you niggas is nigga. I was like, this nigga is incredible.
I hate to say it. I hate to say this, Trap, but that boy Nas, Nas turned to a West Coast nigga to me that day.
Man,
that was a West Coast.
I bet he did. I bet he did.
Yeah, that was Tupac energy right there. I was like,
up,
okay,
nigga?
all right. I'm a
the lip smack too,
man.
Trap?
When that nigga said you,
what?
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening?
Nah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yo, it made it so more diabolical though that I didn't realize it later on. And I told the niggas in the industry, it was more diabolical than that. The nigga dropped the song on a nigga whole birthday, B.
Oh, it was his birthday.
He dropped it on a whole birthday. Then they put a billboard. The first billboard they put up was a billboard that was from the office of Rockefeller. They look out the window, they seen the fucking billboard right there. On his birthday, B. They dropped the shit on December 4th, B. Regular niggas told me that shit at A&R at the project. I said, that niggas was diabolical. I said, that was crazy. That was crazy.
You think that That shit.
Nah.
That shit is off.
No.
When the first time I heard that shit sent chills through my body, bro. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a bad night for me.
Yeah.
First time I heard
And the
that
name,
shit.
what he
Brace
named the shit was
yourself.
just perfect.
And that
Yeah,
became like
yeah.
synonymous with when you win that type of battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They eat that nigga.
Eat them.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't like he emceed the shit out of the song. It was you felt it. And I remember just thinking like, and I remember going to get fucking Stillmatic and that Got Yourself a Gun. I was like, damn, this nigga really is cold, Jack.
Yeah.
This nigga really is cold. But that's what I'm saying. It ain't about always out rapping a nigga. It's more to
Yeah, I agree.
hip-hop than just
For sure. Agree.
out rapping.
I think that's what's wrong. And I know Glasses don't want to hear this baddie talk I'm about to say, but I think that's what's wrong with what's going on with the West Coast and this little skirmish they doing right now. I think they not really dissing like West Coast niggas should be dissing to me. They coming out there rapping like East Coast niggas a little bit. I don't know.
So I really didn't participate in this baddies hip hop battle. I'm not really listening to too much of it. So I might have caught a clip or two as it go by on Twitter. It's just where I'm at. Trapping ain't on purpose. But I could tell you exactly what's wrong. People keep thinking hip hop is a battle of raps and words. And I keep telling people over and over, hip hop is the culture. It's how you carry yourself. And it's like people keep not getting that. So if you're seeing something, if you just look like you finna outdo a New York nigga at being a New York nigga, it's not gonna work. Joey is the quintessential parody of a New York nigga, of an older New York nigga. He's a fucking like Crip Mac. So whenever you see fucking, you're going to see the quintessential New York nigga, his arrogance, the way he enunciate on the mic, his get down screams New York. And that's what he's serving up every time.
He does. He's right.
And with the rappers that are competing with him, they're so busy trying to New York.
Yes.
So they're rapping like New York. They stacking the bars. They thinking it's like, that's not quite. But the reason is because that's not what we do culturally. That's what they do culturally. They really see each other and we'll just rap against each other. That ain't what we do.
That's a fact.
But if you try to do what they doing, it ain't gonna work in your favor. Even people here not gonna recognize it as familiar. So it's like you're
You
really
know who was able to do that though? You know who was able to do that from the West though? Game was able to get in that bag though and do that shit though.
yeah. But
You know what I'm
again, even him doing that is forgive
This
me.
ain't
for-
y'all, this ain't y'all shit. I'm just
Chuck
saying,
is a parody of an East Coast nigga as a blood. He kind of does what they do on purpose. Like he's emulating. That's what he does. It's Triple H. It's the game.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the master of the styles.
Yeah.
Nigga, that ain't simple, nigga. Everybody can't do that. Nigga, that
That's a
shit
fact.
ain't no joke. And being a New York nigga ain't as simple as putting no fucking words together.
I agree. I agree with all
That shit
that.
ain't
I agree with you.
simple. People keep thinking New York battling and rapping and just putting words. Man, these niggas carry a whole. It's things Lux would do in a battle rap, bro. When he was battling the dude from the Midwest, homie is dope.
You talking about the A-Verb?
Hey,
No,
Hey,
from the
bro.
Midwest. He from Detroit.
from Detroit.
Who we battle from Detroit?
The
The little
Lance
nigga?
Calico.
Calico.
Yeah,
Calico.
Calico.
There was mannerisms about that. People don't get it. They like everybody reduce it down to the highlights, the words. Bro, the sheer mannerism of how he carried himself screamed arrogant New York nigga in the fullest. And that's what niggas is not doing from what I saw. They're not being unapologetically West Coast.
See, that's what I'm exactly, man. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like, I'm not liking what they.
But that's because they're trying to participate in something that's not their strong suit. Like, I don't give a fuck how much you emulate New York niggas. That is really how they live. These niggas will stand on the corner, bro, and just be giving you game. These niggas work out on the corner, bro. Like when I go to New York, homie, like if I'm out there, it's really be 5% of niggas right now posted up, popping that shit. This is how they live. That ain't how we live. And if you keep trying to emulate them, it's probably not going to work out for you.
I agree.
And nobody going to judge it the same way. They not going to see you. They're going to look at you and it's not going to come across the right way. But again, this is, you have to really believe in what I'm saying as far as it being culture. Carry yourself, get down. If you look at the things that worked out the best for the West is when they carried out like Los Angeles street urban culture or West Coast street urban culture. When they carried out that way.
I agree.
But
I
like
agree.
I remember watching that Lux battle, bro, and he just up on stage and how he carried himself. It's like, God damn, you know what I mean? Just all New York nigga. Just New York, just this snarl, like nigga, how dare you know? It's an arrogance that they carry themselves with. You know what I mean? And it's like when you project that through the shit you're saying, when you project it physically, that do as much work as the words, but nobody give it credit. They just think it's the words, and then this motherfucker screaming just rap, and it's like, cuz stop fucking just rapping. Get into what this shit is about. Get into the culture of it.
I feel exactly that. Daylight dropped a 4-minute diss track. It didn't do half of what Lux little minute and 30 seconds he was on Joey little song was. That little minute and 30 seconds that Lux did on Joey's song was way harder than what everything that Daylight said in 4 minutes. Because he did it. It's almost like Daylight was battling Lux, how Lux would battle him. And Lux do it better than him.
The thing is, like Daylight is one of the most cleverest wordsmiths I ever met, bro. Daylight been like that the whole time.
Nigga, but West Coast dissing, we not trying to be.
But he didn't grow up West Coast. They grew up in this thing called the Pit, bro. The Pit is like the West Coast answer to what New York does. I used to tell Trap about, it used to be a record label called Rappers Rap Disco Company. You probably heard some of these songs, King. You ever heard Bad Times? It was a song that came out like in the early 80s from the West.
What the hell is that?
Anyway, they had a company called Rappers Rap Disco Company. And they were just making answer records to East Coast records. They didn't quite understand that this was a cultural thing. So when they made Rappers Delight, these dudes made a song called Gigolo Rap. When they made The Message talking about the shit that's going on in New York and their neighborhoods, they made this song called Bad Times, which is really the first time where somebody rapped about gangs and gang life in LA. You feel me? What I'm saying is, it's like they were just trying to answer New York in this New York fashion.
Okay.
Right? It didn't start working for the West until Too Short and Ice-T realized they needed to be the cultural answer of what we are. Not us making songs like their songs, but the cultural answer representing us.
Okay.
So shout out to Daddy-O. He's saying, Glasses, are you telling rappers to not rap? No, I'm not telling you not to rap. I'm telling you rap is not your solution. The culture is your solution. Project it. The same thing I told Doc. The culture is your solution. Project the culture through words. Don't just put a bunch of witty words on a paper. That's not, even if people don't quite know what's going on, like when you hear certain people rap like Fabulous, that's not just some witty words. That nigga is the personification of a New York nigga, complete accent, attitude, everything when he's speaking. So if you don't believe that, then you're missing the fucking point. And it can't just be you. This is what make hip hop great. Like, but people just keep thinking that they're going to out New York at New Yorkin. You can't. They perfected it, especially this nigga. He's damn near a parody of he dedicated his youth to the vintage version of what they celebrated artistically.
This nigga only doing East Coast shows.
Nigga, this nigga boom bap and shit. Nigga, he studying this shit. So whatever he is growing up is one thing, and then he went and studied the quintessential verse. This nigga's a kid. This nigga ain't no motherfucking old nigga. This nigga 30 years old and been in the business down there a decade and a half. He's not just some nigga putting some words. He knows what he's doing. He know how he carrying himself. He know the history. He is projecting their culture. And this is what I was telling Trap. He's projecting even their issues with us. Oh, you know, how many more niggas got to down on your coach? Y'all not saying no shit like that. Y'all trying to put together words talking about you with Puff.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Do you feel like you come across as that old nigga, get off my line? You don't like fun? Like, cause maybe this is just them having, you know, a little fun, rapping, battling, a little beat, a little whatever.
I mean, you coach basketball. If let's say your team want to go out there and just play and they don't care about winning or losing, how would you feel?
You don't think they care about winning or losing?
No, because if they did, they would understand what I'm saying. Like, that's why
maybe they don't understand how to win.
That's the point. So then what I'm saying to them is, I'm not saying, first off, I'm not saying don't battle. I'm not saying don't battle. Okay. I'm saying know what you're doing in a battle. If you think a battle is just a battle of words and wit, you have this wrong.
Okay, so you're not saying don't battle. You saying if you go in a battle,
know what
do it correctly.
Do.
No,
know the history so you could compare.
I'm with that though. Okay, I'm with that then. I'm with that.
Nobody's looking at New York as turning this into Joey versus the West Coast. That's the narrative. It's not Joey versus Rayvon or Daylight. It's Joey versus the West Coast. It's not Joey and Kai Cash and J1 and rapper whatever against the West Coast. It's Joey. They're running a narrative against the West using this guy. They're saying he's beating the West Coast in TDE. He's battling probably the last person signed to TDE. He's not, you know how many great rappers TDE has, but guess what? They won't say he's battling Rayvon because they're trying to inherit the power of everything TDE
I'm
has.
going to say this though, maybe J-Rock or
They don't have a real problem. So
Maybe.
just because you exist and you dare, like
some of
when
these
he's
other
saying this,
TDE
that's not how
guys
battles work.
probably should hold up, or maybe think about what y'all are putting out there, and because I don't like how they trying to. It's coming across like you said. It's coming across like he's battling the whole West Coast. That seemed like with the narrative.
But it's not coming across like that. It's because y'all are playing into the narrative that he's in a battle with somebody.
Okay, but do you think the narrative is that he's going against the West Coast?
No, that's not. That's actually what they're marketing. That's what they're telling you. That he's not battling the West Coast. He's battling a couple people.
Okay, I'm not
from the West Coast.
I'm not saying what's really happening. I'm saying what the narrative is. What they're trying to put out there. Do you think they're trying to put out there that he's battling the whole West Coast?
Yes.
Okay,
they're saying he's battling TDE and the West Coast.
Okay, so if that's the narrative, and Joey is winning, my problem is the narrative is that he's battling the West Coast, and I'm a West Coast dude through and through, and in my opinion, Joey is winning right now, and I don't like to lose. So if y'all gonna come out and battle, please come with something better than this shit.
Yeah, but again, that's not what's happening. That's why you can't feed into narratives. That's why you can't let them tell you the market.
What's happening right now? Yeah, King, my bad.
Oh, so do you think that it's going to be a trend where they think diss records are going to go #1 now?
No.
Mm.
Understand is that everybody feels
No, I mean,
like
since K got a diss record,
Yeah, that was a
That's a good question.
question.
It's a good question. Good question.
have a record.
question.
out of
Yeah,
this.
nah.
None of these
what you say,
records-
Trap?
That was a good question.
Yeah, he's not
understand
gonna
what
have
you're
a-
saying.
he's not gonna have
I
a
don't
record
think so.
out of this battle. He's not going because that's not what he does.
Mhm.
And it's not legit.
Oh, you saying Joey not gonna have a record after this battle? Out of this
None of these
battle?
records are gonna be a record. Like,
That
none of
last
these
one-
records
that
gonna be
last
back.
one could
Like,
be.
none of these records gonna be Ether. None of these records gonna be none of that.
Not
Exactly
one of
what
them,
he
Trap.
do.
Not one of them, Trap. Don't get crazy.
I think one of them records gonna chart by next week.
No chance.
No,
Zero chance.
no, Trap.
Yeah, zero chance.
Okay.
He on number 10.
Yeah, it's zero chance, bro. It's just
Number
not gonna
10.
happen.
He done made 10
Yeah,
diss songs
he's been
already.
doing it since January. It's not gonna happen. But
That last one I think could do it.
But what happened is I'm watching everybody set up the narrative. They're not caring about nothing else. They're positioning their guy to look triumphant in the face of nothing to prop him up against somebody who they want him to battle. They're trying to take the easy and cheap route to awareness and campaign. It's really to a level of clout chasing, like people say. I don't like that term, but it's okay to compete. But the one thing that's smart about my homeboy, Dot is going to do
That's
it
what I
when
want to ask you. That's what I want to ask you.
he's going
So
to do it when
gonna-
he's going to do it when
are
he's
you-
ready.
Are you gonna tell him not to do it?
I'm not. I would never tell nobody. I never told nobody to not battle in my life, and I couldn't tell him not to do nothing. That nigga ain't finna let this slide.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Coming outside. Okay, cool.
If
That nigga ain't never went in the house. You a nigga can't say half of nothing to him. You see how he talk to niggas?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be real with you because the man moving up from being a janitor, he done got to the desk, and I'm telling you, working his way up to the boss. Like at some point, if he's TDE,
You start at the fries.
out there losing.
That's my problem. There is not nobody from TD out there jumping out there and losing. He's only battled one artist signed to TD. He didn't battle nobody in TD. He could have battled a nigga.
Hey, who's the nigga that he battled from TD?
Rayvon.
Rayvon.
So Ash Sheik ain't
No.
from TD.
Nah.
Signed to TD.
Okay.
But again, y'all not paying attention to how y'all shaping the narrative and how y'all spreading the story because y'all don't protect this shit right here.
But West Coast, okay, so but these niggas are from the West Coast though.
Lance is basically saying, I
Not from the
told
West.
you them boys alone. I told you them boys alone. Let's go home, man. Come on, what you doing right now?
Tell nobody nothing. I wouldn't even entertain it.
Hey, you might be up, Glasses.
I wouldn't entertain it.
You might be up, man.
That's not how battle rap works. You don't be like, he beat him. Now it's up to me.
It's up to you.
That's some kiddie shit.
I'll say, here we go. Here we go. This is kitty shit. Like
because just because I'm an artist don't mean
This shit would have went a whole nother way.
you are a puppet, bro. Like go out there and put in work. I'm Geppetto. Go get out there and go.
That's not how you put in work, coach.
Okay.
You gotta go hype them up.
Go.
Like it's like a video game. It's the final level. Now
Glasses, we need help, man. Do it for the West.
No.
I told him that shit 2 days ago.
He's not battling the West. He was in a room with somebody. That's his motherfucking shit. He was in a room with somebody he could have talked shit to, and then we could have seen a real squabble. You don't come.
Soul would have been a good one. Soul would have been a good one.
He was in a room. He's in a room with Ab Soul, and he could have went off and talked all that high power West Coast shit, and we could have got a battle.
Okay, so with all this shit that's happening, we just talking. But I do feel like the Ab Soul shit was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand that though, man.
This is the West in the room with Ab Soul. He could have went there.
So would he high five the nigga
because he's not dissing the West in that room. He's explaining how much love he got for the West, and niggas had it wrong. But then now he coming out talking shit about the West.
But did he not already? He had dissed the West before he got in that room, though.
No. What he did was he said too much West Coast dick. Niggas
That's
knowing
diss.
friends. So he could battle the niggas. It's niggas he could actually say something to, and niggas are fucking hand him his fucking hat.
I agree.
But what he want to do is he want to weigh risk, and that's fine because he gonna get a weigh risk.
So would you have done that? Would you have got on that cipher after the first song he dropped?
But I'm also not like Soul. Soul is a real hip hop lyricist, lounge nigga.
Yeah, I can see that.
With other lyricists and all that, man. I'm not fucking with no nigga that ain't like me.
If
a nigga ain't cut like me off this shit, and we don't got nothing to talk about.
It's Soul from TDE.
Yes, and he could have tried Soul. He could have said "fuck you, Soul" in that cipher, and we could have got everything we wanted.
He did.
He low key did, and Trapper's right. He low key did, and then I'm saying this right now, nigga.
I'm the one that absolute. That was the bar Ab right there.
He's saying they have respect for each other, and then he start copping a plea to how much he fucked with the West Coast.
I'm sorry, nigga. If some nigga get on mic right now, tape right now, and start dissing you. Fuck black, this, that, and the other, and we gonna come in. I'm not about to go in there and have no conversation with you and be chilling with you now. Bro, that's not how it works.
He didn't diss nobody.
He didn't diss Dot.
Then what's wrong?
Dot is supposed to be my homeboy.
Motherfucker in the room that he could diss right now. It's a mother. Why are you talking to Ray?
Okay, so
it's a motherfucker that's of your caliber right now that's sitting in that same room.
If I'm your homeboy and you diss my homeboy, I'm not coming up rapping with you now.
Okay, coach.
I'm not in no fight with you.
Soul. Huh? Then diss Ab Soul.
But he dissed Dot. Ab Soul shouldn't be there he shouldn't be there now.
Fuck that. If
Soul
you want to rap,
if
you say you just want to rap,
what you say? You said Soul should have done what to him.
I told you Soul shouldn't even been in the room with him.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's not him.
Okay, but
that's the low.
Okay, but you know he shouldn't have been in that room. He shouldn't have been in the room. He shouldn't have been on. What'd you say he should have done?
Listen,
he should have snuffed him.
Neither one of them couldn't be in the same room with me. Joey or Cuz couldn't be in the same room with me doing that.
Okay.
So my point is, if he want to battle, there's a nigga that he could battle that we will respect him winning.
Who?
Ab Soul. Don't try to say you don't want absolute. Don't try to be sweet. Get to it. Pop it. Because one thing that nigga ain't gonna do is fuck around.
Ab Soul don't want to battle. He want to do a song with him.
No, Ab Soul want to do whatever he want to do. And I can tell you that because I know Ab, and that's my young homie too.
So
if he want to do it, then that's cool. But you can't brag to me because you beat a bunch of motherfuckers.
But you can't say it's cool. You can't say it's cool if you don't think it's cool.
I'm telling you, this is Glasses as a person. Ab ain't Glasses.
So you don't think it's cool then? As a person, you don't think it's cool?
What's cool?
For him to go up in there and do no cipher with him.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't want, but I take it serious. I'm not friends with none of these niggas. I'm not cool with none of these niggas, and I'm not trying to be. That ain't them. They are cool. That's probably why they got different places in Further Faster. Because they cool with everybody.
It is a new generation. Nobody. It is a new generation. It's different, I guess.
But the point I'm saying is, if he want to battle somebody, he could battle Ab Soul. You could battle somebody.
Why he gonna battle Ab Soul? We already noticed the clout move. Why am I battle Ab Soul?
So then at that point, then now we talking. So don't act like you just want to rap, because it's a nigga that rap his ass off that was in that song.
But if a nigga, but he has said, but any nigga who have tried to step up, he have battled them.
No, not any nigga.
All these niggas who stepped up, he have battled them.
He's not even talking about no any nigga step. He only battled one or two niggas. He didn't battle no. He threw a shot at a nigga that's just coming out with music.
But
He
that
ain't
nigga
battle
threw a shot
nobody.
first. It
You
ain't like
been in
he.
the business. I don't care. I don't care if you punch a second grader that kicked you in the leg.
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Hold on now. So now second graders on all type of shit. But you saying
You saying
ain't no levels.
Shite just got it. It's levels because one nigga been in the business for 15
But you
years.
said it ain't no. You said it ain't no levels. You said K-Dot don't care about no levels. Ain't no levels. He
Because
gonna do
guess
whatever he
what?
gonna do.
They've been in the business the same amount of time.
So it is levels.
It's not.
So it is not. It is.
Listen what I'm telling you on level. First off, it's levels. It's levels in the sense that if you battle him, yeah, he beat those guys up. That's you. You can fight somebody that's right there with you. This is why the West is losing. Y'all the problem.
I didn't grab the mic and say nothing.
It's not.
I didn't rap.
It's not the
They
mic.
losing because the niggas getting up there saying bad shit.
No, it's not. It's not. That's why they losing. It's losing because
That is
there's
why they
no
losing.
cultural moment that y'all paying attention to. You keep thinking this is about words, and these people gonna guide the narrative how they want.
It is about words.
It's not.
They're
You
rapping.
keep thinking it is. It's not.
They're rapping.
It's not. I know.
Guys, it's
but this
not
is
as big as you. Like, see, that's the problem. Like, you think that
This
you-
is why they
you
all
looking
losing because
too
they keep
deep.
thinking it's words.
you no, they losing because they putting bad words to paper.
It's not.
Like
They
they
can put
putting
any
it to
words-
mic
They can put any words to paper. They gonna win
and
this
putting
battle.
it to mic.
They
Like
not
they
gonna win
putting
any of
bad
this. It
words.
don't
They
matter
not
which
doing
words
it right.
They put to paper is not going to be. You think they won because they playing a game that don't make no sense for them. They don't have a reason to really be dissing this man. He has a reason. He has a plan. He has a reason he's doing it. He's trying to chase a moment to fight somebody that he know is
So
a way
there's never
legend.
been no battles that happened to where it wasn't no huge
Name
reason to
one
be
you
doing
know.
it. I'm asking you. There's never been no battle in history to where they didn't have no super bad reason to be dissing each other.
They don't know when.
I just asked
No,
you.
no, it's not. It's not no. They don't have no reason to diss each other. He figured out how to galvanize people by taking Doc's moment and making it about what he got going on.
By what you're saying, then Doc should not diss him. Then he should not say shit.
We not letting nothing go, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
You're missing a point.
He don't know.
All right.
He punched drunk. He punched drunk. He don't know.
He punched drunk.
He punched drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
He don't know.
This is the problem.
He don't know. He
He
don't know.
glasses.
He's working you.
Well,
Hell no.
He's
Hell
working
no.
you. You're bragging because a nigga that's a 15-year vet. beat
Trap, I don't know,
him.
Trap. I don't know what's going on, Trap.
Trap, I got a question for you.
What's up, bro?
Is Kid Cudi hip hop?
Where'd that go?
I don't know.
Okay.
He's like kind of like I don't know, like what he brings to the game. It's like it's really emo. Like I mean, he raps.
What made you think
I
of that?
don't know.
What
I
made
don't
you
think
think about?
Because he telling.
He about to go on the stand. He about to go on the stand this week.
I'll be watching,
It's funny. I was waiting for after that to happen. I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna ask about Kid Cudi. Yeah. Like, y'all think that's
Nigga, I don't know if he's hip hop.
what Kid Cudi about to do? Snitching?
I was just the big boy, and they was having
I don't know what type
a discussion about
I
it.
keep telling niggas Kid Cudi ain't hip hop, but Trap said they hip hop. So yeah, he tell
No, I never said that about
Yes,
Kid
you
Cudi.
fucking
That's
did.
why I asked.
I
you.
never
Yes, you
said
did.
nothing
That's what I
about
said.
Kid
You fucking
Cudi.
did. We just talked about it last week. I told you Cudi wasn't hip hop. I told you Travis ain't hip hop, and I told you Uzi. You said yes, they were.
You
It's just
said
different.
Uzi and Travis. You
Yes,
never
I'm
mentioned
understand.
Cudi.
Sarah, what
Never
happened?
mentioned Cudi.
Hey, Trap, Blast is riled up, man. He riled up. He riled up because
Never mentioned
West
Cudi.
Coast
Yo,
getting ass beat by this
Trap,
one
I'm
nigga.
riled up because you can't
He
riled up.
He
riled up. He riled up.
Stable.
He
Did he
riled
mention
up
Cudi
because
on
he knows
Stable?
it's turn to grab the pen and paper and it's time to do something.
And
Like,
I'm gonna
Right.
Google some rap about some
He
shit.
about
You know
to-
what? You know
he
what?
about to-
You know if it was my turn, he'd be in
He
a
mad.
motherfucking hospital.
see, this nigga crazy.
Yeah.
Like
No,
this
because
nigga
violence.
this
is
is
crazy. Like,
exactly how I resort to do
Glasses,
this
you
shit.
don't have to beat everybody up.
It's
You
not
don't
Nigga, mention Cudi.
This is
Get
what the
outta
West
here.
is
It's a
about.
middle ground in there.
It's not.
You don't.
This is what
There's
we're
a
about.
middle ground, Glasses.
No, you keep
Glasses.
trying. I'm not trying
Stop.
to be
Look
East
for the
Coast
middle
nigga.
ground. Look for the middle
Listen,
ground.
I'm not trying to be an East Coast nigga.
Stop
I'm not trying to prove that I rap better than everybody. You say something about me, I'm gonna put your bitch ass in a bag.
Hey, this is why I do this, so we can see the real. Reveal yourself. There, here you go. That's
Reveal
this
yourself.
is you.
keep saying
This is you. So
but you
stop
keep
coming
saying
in with
but
all that high horse talking shit. Tell the people what you really think.
But you keep saying
Like
like,
some
like,
candles up in there.
Like, ain't no. This is why he don't want to battle nobody. Because he want to fuck you up.
This been the same standard, coach. I'm not saying nothing different.
Trap.
I'm not saying nothing different. Y'all keep thinking y'all the East Coast. Y'all keep thinking y'all gonna be on some rap shit. I know better. I watched what niggas went through. I watched niggas get this. I watched this shit happen.
West Coast niggas only beat niggas up apparently.
No, West Coast niggas do what they do. They don't definitely try to be East Coast niggas.
All right, man.
They definitely
No,
all
no.
looking at this shit wrong.
this nigga, should you be boxing? Like you are crazy.
He need to
I'm
get
not
it out of
crazy. Y'all
system.
keep thinking y'all don't believe in this culture shit. Y'all keep saying this shit and y'all don't believe it. You keep thinking that you the same as these people. They not. They fighting a different battle, man. They not fighting no battle, talking about no motherfucking rap. Y'all keep thinking it's about rap. These motherfuckers telling you they beating the West Coast. Y'all stupid ass thinking they talking about these two niggas that don't nobody know, that don't make no records. But you talking about they beating the West Coast. You know
I get what you saying now.
That's hey, take a deep
Now
breath,
I get
man.
what you
I'm
saying
not
now.
no motherfucker taking no
Take
deep
a
breath.
deep breath.
No,
Take a deep
hold
breath.
on.
Hey, just because he loud don't mean he be winning. He just talking
No,
crazy.
I
He just
get
talking
it.
loud.
Wait,
No.
what?
I don't know. This is what
Y'all
Jesus said.
keep thinking we be
I
having
get what
debates.
he's saying now. I get what he's
Yes.
saying
Y'all
now.
keep thinking we be having
I
debates. This
see.
is genuinely how I there's nothing else after this for me.
This is not
Yeah,
no.
you win,
This is
coach.
not no debate. This is a
Listen.
psychiatrist talking to a crazy man, like to a crazy nigga. Like this is what
Well,
it
then
is.
y'all keep doing it y'all way and we see how it work out.
These be interventions going
Y'all
on up in
keep-
here.
Y'all keep doing it
Like-
how y'all way and see how it work out. Keep just
This
rounding
nigga-
niggas up and making fake reasons.
He
to get
got
mad.
it be 3 or 4 niggas who agree with this crazy man, and then y'all
Look,
be
I
got
don't
this
need
crazy
nobody-
nigga out here
listen,
going
I
crazy.
don't give two fucks who agree with me. I know what I'm walking is right. I don't look twice. I don't double take
These
it.
3 niggas out here like, yeah.
I don't need.
These
a-
glass sites is what I call them. Yeah,
I don't
that
need a
sounds crazy.
Well, then y'all keep running them
Niggas
into
said,
it.
Glass lights, glass
I don't
lights.
like you. We should bomb on them.
Listen.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Well, you keep on doing it. Y'all keep
Yeah.
running them, feeding them to them. Y'all,
Let me
they'll
go.
take your position.
I'm gonna beat a nigga ass because he looked at me. Yeah. Glasses got it right.
They're giving you the loss anyway.
Like, yeah.
They're giving you the loss anyway.
Rapping against each other is stupid in rapping. It's
Sure,
crazy.
Sure, because that's how y'all keep thinking. It's just
It's
random boxers
insane.
to each other on the
It's
street. They
insane.
just fight each other because they box. Go get
This
your
nigga
gloves.
said,
We in Baskin
I
Robbins.
don't come to watch JV rap.
Okay.
I don't want to watch the JV squad rap.
Well,
Who
look,
are
Coach,
these
at the end
niggas?
of the day, as right as y'all feel, just to make y'all point, you fucking yourself over in the long run because you from the West Coast. That's what y'all dumbasses don't get.
Why are we fucking ourselves over because we from the West Coast?
What do you mean? Because it's
Why?
like saying that your family ain't shit. You don't see it that way. That's how I
man.
see it.
Oh man, this nigga talking crazy. Some more craziness. Okay.
Okay,
We
well, look,
fucking
if you don't
ourselves
think
over.
you West Coast, and when they say they whooping you, then that's you.
Okay. So because I'm West Coast don't make me delusional. I don't gotta be
It makes
delusional.
you the loser.
It don't make me delusional though.
It makes
Okay,
you
so
the
if you
loser.
so when the Lakers lose a game, you don't be like, oh, they lost?
No,
You do.
no.
Nigga, what the- okay, no, I'm not about to do that with you.
Yeah,
No, no.
Whoa,
Hey, I've
no.
been working on myself. I've been working on myself. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't let him do this to me.
You know what I said when the Lakers lost?
What you say?
We lost.
Okay. All right. So are you a Laker fan? Is we right now?
We lost.
So it's we right now.
Yes.
It's we. It's
Yes.
we. You ain't no fucking Laker fan. You don't
I'm a
like
Laker
LeBron.
fan.
You don't even like LeBron.
I don't like LeBron.
Yeah. So you disassociate yourself with the Lakers now because LeBron's here.
No,
Because the King is here.
I
Now
I've
you-
been asking that. I've been asking that.
I
the Lakers.
disassociate myself with LeBron fans.
So
we not the same. You're not a Laker fan.
LeBron fans, Laker fans.
No, once you leave, then we still be.
We're Laker fans. We're
No,
Laker
not.
fans.
It's like if you move on.
You
the block
can't take
for
a break from the
couple
Lakers.
days.
You can't take a break from your Laker. You can't take a break from your Laker
I'm not.
fan.
I'm just not with you and a LeBron fan.
I'm a Laker fan.
No, you're a LeBron.
I'm a
fan.
LeBron Laker fan.
You're a traveling fan.
The Lakers.
Hold
I'm
on.
with you.
Hold on. Was you a Laker fan before LeBron got there?
No,
Yes,
he was with
nigga, I'm a
LeBron.
real.
He was
Hey,
LeBron
Glass
in
is a
Cleveland.
fake Laker fan. He's a fake Laker. I'm a real Laker fan. I grew up in Inglewood. I grew up with a real Lakers, the Inglewood Lakers. I'm a real Laker fan. This nigga's a fake Laker fan. This nigga he ain't never seen the Lakers in his life. He ain't never been around the forum. This nigga don't know nothing about the Lakers. Nigga ain't no Laker fan. Come on, man. Can we stop this shit? I'm a real Laker fan. Cause that nigga watched a couple games on the TV.
This nigga's a fan of the
Seen
Cavs.
Coop
He was a
like.
fan of Miami. He was a fan of
I love how Laker fan was, man.
I like LeBron. So I did like the
I
team
don't
he
like
was on.
nobody but the Lakers.
But I like the Lakers. I grew up a real
Oh, you-
Laker fan.
Oh, you a two-team? You wasn't a two-team
A
fan?
real Lakers. Cry when they
I got
lose
a
regular
question.
season games.
Can a real Lakers fan like any other team?
No, you
There
like
it
him.
This nigga like Bird. This nigga like Larry Bird.
No,
He like Charles Barkley.
No, I
This
have-
nigga like
Players.
he
Appreciate
likes
other
Dirk.
games.
No,
I
nigga,
never
no.
had
If you
Charles
don't stop
Barkley
fucking
jersey.
lying right
Never
now,
had a Larry Bird
well, if
jersey.
you don't like, who's your favorite player? Who's your top three favorite players of all
Magic
time?
Johnson,
Who else? Name some of
Magic
it.
Johnson,
And who else? Name up.
Magic
You
Johnson.
don't stop fucking lying to
The
these
whole
people.
Showtime.
No, stop it. Who? Keep going down the list.
Byron
Keep going down
Scott.
the list. Who else? Charles
Byron
Barkley.
Scott.
Shaq,
Sam Perkins.
Eddie Jones,
Oh
Elton
shit!
Campbell,
Look at this nigga. He
Elton
on
Campbell.
this nigga. Lying. This nigga fair players Magic and motherfucking Charles Barkley.
Look.
No,
I'm
no,
not-
I think it's
look, I'm
Robin.
not- I'm
Robin
not
might be one of the favorite players.
I'm not
Robin one of the
tripping.
favorite players.
The thing is, look, I know how this thing work out with this hip hop thing. They keep thinking this a battle of words. You're gonna just keep sending people words, and one of these words gonna be good enough. I know that's not how it works. They don't know because they just keep thinking that, and they just like they don't care. It's just entertaining to them. It's just then they gonna go to the movies after you get your ass embarrassed. They don't gotta live with this. They're not living with New York with Trap saying it's our fault that Biggie got killed. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. They don't listen to what's happening. So they keep thinking this is about rap. This ain't just about rap to them. These niggas has really got an issue with the West. And y'all not listening to it because you keep thinking you gonna rap some words. We don't got no problem with these. We don't have no problem. We don't have no reason to be mad. Nothing. They got reason to be mad. That's why that nigga said, how many more niggas got to down y'all coach? That ain't something you say as no rap boy trying to just be cute. That's some real shit. If I talk about somebody dead that happened to like a family member and it's at your and I feel like it's on your watch, trust me, nigga, I'm not playing. And y'all keep thinking they playing because niggas keep getting in there just putting words together and rapping. This nigga really got a grievance and he galvanizing all of these motherfuckers from the East Coast. He galvanizing their media. He galvanizing all of them and they feel like, yeah, he's speaking up for us. And none of these niggas is speaking up for us, so that's why I look crazy.
Who
trying
is
to
he galvanizing from the East Coast?
all their media. That's why they keep. This is why the narrative
Who is he galvanizing?
Trap and everybody else. That's why the narrative went from him.
Trap, you feel galvanized,
Yes.
Trap?
Yes. They act like they ain't had a successful rapper in forever.
No, I did say the other day I said, Joe, right now, what Joey Badass is doing right now is showing that New York is capable of taking their ball back whenever they want it.
Like Griselda ain't been here this whole time.
I'm just saying, they ain't gonna never take the ball back. The ball ain't come back with
Ball
Griselda.
from who?
That's what I'm saying.
Who got the ball?
back.
Whoever got it, we can take it back.
That's what I thought.
Whoever got it.
You
We
can't
don't care.
cheapskate your way to this. You got to make
We
some
don't
fucking
care.
records.
We
You
don't
can't
care. We
cheapskate
take
your way to
records.
this.
It's a whole different tone. It's a whole different tone today. It's a whole different tone today.
These niggas you fuck with, you gotta actually put out some records. Even if Coach don't know, I know. You can't cheat your way up here.
Hey, Glass is so West Coast.
We didn't get up here. We didn't get up here because we chopped one head off.
He's delusionally
Listen,
West Coast.
We didn't get up here because we chopped niggas' heads off. We got
You did. Yes, you did.
arenas to stadiums. We chopped niggas' head off.
Drake, you got up there. That wasn't there before you beat
We
Drake.
chopped niggas' head off. We went from arenas to stadiums because we chopped his head off. We didn't go from clubs to stadiums. We went from backyards to
Step by
stadiums.
step, nigga. Step by step. We be there soon. No,
You're not gonna do nothing because you gotta make some
We
records.
left our keys.
But you gotta make
left
some
our
records.
keys. We be.
And you
So we
can't
can't make
move
records?
back in. You can't move back in.
Changing the locks.
Your shit been out on the line for a long time.
So these are Glass's feelings here.
You talking about these is my feelings. You not
I'm just
listening
saying.
to what's
I
going
hear
on.
you. I hear you, man. I got it now. I see
Y'all
what-
not
No,
listening.
what he's mad about right now is the fact that who represented y'all. That's what he's mad about right
I'm
now.
not mad. I love them niggas.
You
I'm
mad
mad
at the
that y'all
niggas.
trying to act like that's the best of us because you niggas don't really want to make no records.
Well, where the fuck the best at then?
You was in the room with him and you was being sweet.
Hey,
That's your ad. That's your ad, bitch.
Yes.
Was
He
he
was in the
being
room with
sweet?
him. No,
Was he being sweet?
no, because he never mad. He don't care.
Wait a minute.
But I bet you if you say something raggedy about him, you will see.
If you say something raggedy about his homeboy, he should have been mad right in that room with you.
Stop saying he didn't.
No,
say
I'm saying,
he didn't say
look
nothing
how
raggedy
mad
about
you
his homeboy.
are. Look how mad you are about the West Coast
This
shit.
ain't a show.
Hey,
This ain't a show.
I'm not.
What you doing right now
No,
appears to me.
no,
So please
I'm
listen
not.
to what I'm
I
saying.
know, nigga.
So
Nigga,
please stop doing what you're doing and listen to what I'm saying.
Hey, man, I hate when you do that shit. What the fuck this show
What did
got
he
to
say
do with it?
about
I don't give a fuck about that show shit.
Okay,
nigga,
so
that
what
would
did
be
he say
nothing to
about
me.
Kendrick?
But he, your arm too short to slap box with God
He
and all
didn't
this type of
say
shit. What the fuck?
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
That's not how this happened.
What's his face? Joey said that in that song. What you talking about? He did say this.
The rule is bad. The rule is bad. The rule is bad.
Yes, he did say this. The fuck you talking about?
So then why you say he didn't diss him?
Who? This who?
I
Ab
don't
Soul?
know.
You said Ab Soul? You said Ab Soul?
You don't know what he said, and you ain't talking shit to me.
The only line
Talking
I
about some
caught that
goddamn
he
soul
said.
shit. The fuck you talking about?
The only
Nigga.
line I caught.
This
The
nigga
only
talking.
line I caught that he said to Ab
Had you
Soul.
heard the song?
I caught when he said, "I'm the one that absolute." That's the only line I caught right
The
there.
ruler's back. I asked you, did he diss him? And you said he did.
You
This
asked
who?
he
This
did.
who? This
You have
Kendrick?
East Coast nigga, did he this?
Yeah.
Or West Coast?
Yeah. He was going at Kendrick, man. Yeah, he was.
Wrong box. This nigga.
Yeah, he was.
This
I
nigga
said,
trying to yell at
I
you.
said that.
Hurt.
I said it
I
was
heard
over.
those
You said to me the other day. You said he ain't said. I said no. He said that. He said he said the shit at the end about yo Kenny. If you ready for war, I'll be right here waiting.
So again, he's trying to cheapskate his way to the top.
I said this already.
Why you mean cheapskate away to the top? What that mean?
He ain't making no records to get to the top.
He got an album coming out before August. He said. So
Well, then we'll talk after August.
Yeah, we'll talk after August.
We'll talk after August.
It's a great rollout. It's a great rollout. It's a great rollout right now, man.
Sure.
Great rollout. You know what I'm saying?
You know, take records, Trap.
He could do it. He could get some records.
Crazy, man.
He could get some records.
Hey, no,
pretty
man.
stressed out.
Can we put a burrito on it that one of them records gonna make the top 100?
You said who?
That one of these records gonna make the top 100 next week?
Top 11.
And I gotta take this nigga with the burrito after this.
You want to put a burrito on it?
You got to have way bigger than 100 to be in the conversation anyway. I bet you don't none of it make the top 80.
I'm going 100.
I bet you, because that's where y'all at now.
None of these songs are gonna chart, Trap. I'm sorry.
Because that's where y'all at, Trap.
None of these songs are
burritos.
And that don't mean you ain't gonna get smacked down like the demon you is. You gonna get smacked down and repelled the same way. But don't think you can cheat up. You can't renege. Look, y'all can't. I don't give a fuck how many West Coast niggas y'all fool with this narrative about what y'all doing to the West, what y'all doing to TDE. All the don't mean nothing. You actually got to put in some work. Y'all forgot how. Y'all forgot how.
Your man made it to the top by fucking taking Drake out with diss records, bro. Like, stop it, man.
He won in stadiums before that. He won in arenas.
Arenas. Don't do that.
Before he's in arenas.
No.
So until you get there, what are we talking about? He was there already at number ones before this. He was there before.
When he coming outside?
He always outside. All you gotta do is show up. Stop thinking you could just play with us with no rap. That's what y'all do. We don't do all that rappity-pappy shit. We get to it for real.
You're mad at a rappity-pappy ass nigga. Cut that shit out. Your man's a rappity-pappy nigga. And if he ain't doing that, he's singing, nigga. What you talking about?
Rappity-pappity. You can't rappity-pappity your way into this shit.
I'm just saying. No, I know you're not talking about. I know you're talking about the East Coast.
Rappity-pappity. You can't. You actually got to make some joints. You got to actually do something, rap.
Yo, man, listen. New York taking 2 wins.
To the elementary school and punched on some 4-year-olds, and now you want to talk tough about what you did.
Niggas ain't no 4-year-olds. They're not one of the best battle rappers. They're like one of the best battle rappers out there. Don't do that, bro. Don't
was a nigga that he could have tangled with that's been in the game as long as him.
And then you got to find out why Ab chose to sit up in that room when he's talking about his man.
What do you mean?
Then why you talking about him?
Trap, that's the question. That's the real question.
No,
Trap.
that's not the question.
That is the question,
Stop
man.
trying to find a way to get out the
question.
Why nigga talk about that nigga?
You don't tell me what Ab is doing.
Okay.
Let that man talk about that man.
You know that because if I disagree with something, don't mean I'm trying to get out the West Coast.
If you question Ab, you getting out the West.
I don't know. That ain't how that works, bro. That ain't how that works. I'm not focused. You did in the room. Nigga, I will not be peer pressured. I will not be peer pressured by you. Because if you a West Coast nigga, no, I will not be because I am a West Coast nigga. I know that. I will not be peer pressured by you to say whatever any West Coast nigga do, I gotta ride with it.
It's 1,000 people.
I will not be peer pressured by you. This is why niggas do drive-bys. Nigga, I'm not being peer pressured by you.
It's 1,000 people right here hearing you talk about that.
That nigga said drive-by.
What do this mean?
You a West Coast nigga. And it's the nigga from New York.
No, we got
niggas also heard me talk about East Coast jealous big brothers. Everybody heard me saying what I think about it.
Stop biased. Stop trying to be equal. See, they're not gonna be equal.
See, this is what I'm saying. This nigga get mad at somebody because they got their own opinion about some shit, and because I'm 100% West Coast, bro. 100%. What? Because one nigga do something I don't agree with from the West Coast. Now I'm not West Coast.
Let me ask you a question, Coach.
What is happening?
Listen, let's say somebody talk shit about
you. I would not be more West Coast than you right now.
I'm gonna tell you why you're not. Because I would call Ab. Like I did. I wouldn't front him off in front of a bunch of people.
Okay. Do you? Okay.
I would never show my opposite end or whatever I think publicly. That's what being West Coast is.
Okay. Glasses. G. Okay. So you got a relationship with Ab. Okay, for sure. It's a million other niggas who don't got no relationship with Ab. I don't know Ab from
Then
fucking
guess
Can
what?
of
You should
Paint.
never publicly. be
But
in
no,
front of
okay,
no
but
New York nigga.
he publicly went on, did a cipher with a
Cool.
nigga who, so nigga, if I see that shit, to me that look weird to me. It
does
looked weird to me. So if I'm a West Coast nigga,
But I would
and this
never
nigga is just a West
but I
Coast
would never
nigga, and you,
But I
hey,
would never
let a
publicly.
let a nigga dish you. I'm not about to go hang out with the nigga. I'm not
Right,
his buddy.
right.
I'm not his buddy now.
Right. That's
Okay,
that's how I'm on it too.
why am I tripping? Because I see a
Because if you
nigga.
say it in front of other people,
Okay,
in-house business is in-house business.
how
I gotta
did
tell you about
he
that.
went out there? He did that
It
shit.
don't matter.
He went out
Now
there.
you're doing it.
He did it. No, he went out.
Now
He
y'all both
did this
doing
shit.
it.
He did this shit. So
Now
I
y'all
can't
both
speak
doing
on
it.
something that a nigga did in front of millions. I'm talking to a thousand niggas. He went to go talk to millions of niggas and did this shit in front of us.
And I'm not gonna be him.
So no, nobody should say something like, "Hey man, maybe you shouldn't have
I
done
did.
this."
I said I hate that,
Maybe you should. Okay,
but I'm not gonna say it to them.
you just did.
No. I'm talking to you
You
because
just
you're
you
forcing me
talk,
that.
yeah, you talking. So we could have talked off the mic.
But
you could've
that's why I said this ain't no show. You just got mad when I said that.
Yo,
And you know what
watch the
Travis
Knicks
over here?
game tonight. We getting two dubs. We getting 2 dubs. Knicks gonna win tonight too. Joey's gonna be courtside. Joey's gonna be courtside. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on that dub right there. Call a dub for the dub. You heard? Call a dub. That's what that mean. I mean the dub, the win. I mean the win right there.
This is the pressure. This is the burden of culture. This is what it feels like to try to keep
This is
everybody
this is
together.
the burden of glasses.
Okay.
Of
Well, look,
glasses. This is the burden
y'all-
glasses put on
listen,
us.
You know what? Y'all can run y'all married. It don't
This
matter.
is the burden that glasses put on you.
W. We
Let
got
them-
the W.
work and you just make it where they whooped us all. Because that's what y'all saying.
I would. Okay.
That's what y'all saying. Oh, he beat the West. That's what y'all saying. So let
You know what? I ain't even about to argue with you about this no more because Trap being too happy about it.
No,
Like,
bro.
You about it, I don't
Y'all
even
was
happy
trying to
like
kick
this.
my
You
head
know what? I'm
in,
done. I'm done
Yo,
arguing with
Monday,
you.
y'all was going crazy
argue
on me
off-
on Monday, B.
Off camera.
Y'all went
Not
crazy
happy.
on me on Monday. What
No,
you
you just
talking
not-
about? Y'all went crazy on me on Monday, B. I was up
We
in the
did.
room.
We did. We did go
Get
crazy on
hit
you.
this way,
Oh,
get hit
right
this
on me.
way.
It's a glass.
I just told y'all. I'm throwing the dog
I
up
actually don't like being on my team.
Yo, 6. I'm doing it right, 6.
When we team up,
For the
something wrong.
win. It's for the win right here.
We
It's for the
hate
win.
it.
West.
I just talked to you. about this
is
shit.
the West.
I said I'd be agreeing with you, and then niggas for some reason think I be trying to argue with this nigga. This
For the
nigga
win.
hates when I agree with him.
It's for the
You know
win,
what?
B. It's
We
for
can
the
jump and
win.
crap on Monday. Today, I'm gonna be
Jump
back
with me.
on him. Here he come.
This
Jump with
is
me.
the West. If you are saying
I
absolutely,
can hear it, bro.
I'm trying to tell him to battle somebody that's in his league that been in the game with him. And you saying,
I've been said that shit.
listen, and then you said, well, Absol was in. Why would you do that?
Wait a minute. What? That's not how that played out, though.
That's
not
how it played out.
That's not how that played out, G. That's not how that played out. That's not how that played out. I mean, I did say that, but
If
I
you
didn't
say
say
it,
I-
that's the
but I didn't
problem.
say it. Okay, dude. So, like I said,
Yes, it's hard.
you know what, bro? Out of respect for you and y'all friendship, I'm not gonna be on app right now no more. I'm gonna talk to you off camera though, and I'm gonna say what I want to say.
We talked about it off
Nigga,
camera.
like at the end of the,
I told you I didn't like it. The fact that I got to
Okay.
tell you in front of people that I reminded you that I didn't like
Gee,
that,
you said you didn't like it. Yeah, you said it. You didn't like the last show.
I don't like it, and that's it.
Okay,
But I'm not also going to argue when I'm saying that's the person that
you
should want to
said
battle.
that Ab should have snuffed him. Is what you said.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Yeah, but you're missing the
so I
point.
agree with you. You mad at me?
No, I'm mad at you. Now you saying because now I'm saying he could be in the room with Ab battling, or he could battle
A
Ab.
room that you didn't think he should have snuffed him in.
Listen, or a room he should have snuffed him in. But what I'm telling you is that's why I'm saying he can't cheat his way into the conversation. So what I'm telling you now, there's people that's more quality. Shout out to Lex. It's called stay on code. I'm
No, that's
staying
what I do,
on
Lex.
code.
How you stay on code? Lex, are you listening to this? How you staying on code when you said that he shouldn't have been in the room with him? You said that he should have snuffed him.
Listen,
How's that staying on code?
I'm staying on code. Al can go off code. That's his personal relationship.
Okay,
I'm staying on code.
but you stated that you didn't agree with that. So
Yes.
all I'm saying, all I did was say that I didn't like it either.
No, that's not
That's all
what
I
you
did.
stated. You said,
That's all I
you
did.
said, well, he could have battled when he was in the room, or how you let him be in. And I
I
said
said
that,
that
stop doubling
I
down on
didn't
that,
like
folks.
it. I didn't like it. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. I
We
disagree.
already
With it.
passed it, but then you kept doubling
Okay.
down, and I'm telling
I didn't keep doubling down on it. You act like I was just coming back to it over and over. Absol.
you, third or fourth time. I keep saying there's a person he can battle.
I feel like
You
you
said
talked about Absol and I just commented on it.
Shout out to New York for leading the way. I swear to God, I learned this from y'all, Lex. I learned this from y'all, bro.
Is Lex
I
from New
swear
York?
to God, Lex is a Queens nigga.
Oh,
Queens niggas. I learned it from y'all, Lex. Listen, I learned what I know from hip hop from New York niggas. I understand why it needs to be biased. I understand the cultural. I get it. That's where I learned it from. And I can't get these niggas to understand it to save my life.
Trap, get out of here, man.
Lex, I can't get the West to understand hip hop at its core because they so busy trying to emulate New York niggas that they don't understand how to do it their way. New York stays on code even when they wrong. They are saying this nigga battling TDE. Nigga,
When they wrong.
he's right. And this is what I was telling Coach earlier. Even when you're wrong.
Thank you.
But
That was for
niggas
you,
keep
Coach.
trying to be
That
unbiased.
was for
When
you.
even a person you're fighting telling you they're being biased. Even a person you fighting, you find some level of purity. You're fighting somebody that's telling you they're being biased. And niggas are still trying to be like, well, I'ma just shut the fuck. Even when we're wrong, stay on code.
What is happening?
Y'all got to. Yeah.
My niggas. No Sillies Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific
Damn.
Standard Time.
I was asked, was you loyal to the West Coast?
Click the
Coach.
likes.
Don't ask that shit.
Like this for me. Yo, Twitter, retweet this link. If you on
That's out here
Facebook, share this post.
painting this weird picture of me.
We do. I'm painting this weird.
Yeah, out here painting this weird picture of me and shit.
Good.
To support the No Sillies
It's honest. Get this honest, coach.
Dropped the episode conversation on Rule 1. It's really great. Pete was cooking. He was going off. Check it out. You can listen to that No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from.
You got
The
65
No
likes.
Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Network, and iHeart, and for Coach Will at Prime. What's the IG?
Wolfpack
Wolfpack _
Prime.
For King, president of promotion at BDR, my man Trap, my brother. Feel me? We up out this thing, man. Much love.
All right.
He only